Fam, you know what? I was coming in yesterday, and it's that time of year when it's okay because we haven't serious training camp hasn't started yet. We're just getting a little bit of everything, and I gotta admit, I was watching the Warriors. I'm not actually a Warrior fan. I'm a Southern California fan. I mean, a Laker fan. I mean, it's been that way for a long time. But listen, the thing is, it was such an intense game. I thought the Warriors going to pull. I'm pulling for the Warriors in this series, but the thing is, I thought they were going to pull that out, right? And in the words of Stephen A. Smith, what the hell was that, Draymond? So it was funny. But that was where I was. So we still got to talk about training camp because there were some goodies. I was already with that show yesterday. I was getting ready to come in, and the game lasted too long. Huge. I'm talking huge. Praises flowing out of camp. The action at Niners training camp right now includes plenty of sparkle as the players are in preparation for the upcoming 2022 Super Bowl campaign. I'm on board. Let's go, Niners. Every move the media can collect during their brief minutes to make evaluations is pretty much being discussed now. And a lot of them have been a lot of misconceptions, which we're going to get into in just a second here. A lot of promise seems to be what to expect from the 2022 Niners. Yes, it does. Tonight, taking your phone calls for your thoughts on the media notes from that we've had over the puny 2 days that we get from minicamp 2022. Because as you know, the Niners made a change in the schedule for their mandatory minicamp. Once planned for 3 days, the team has opted to cancel today's practice, which was supposed to be the third and final of the week. It's not like we don't get a lot of these to go. So, Niners have also opted to cancel us today. Immediate availability as well. There were no contract moves to be reported, so there was actually no real news coming out of Santa Clara. Here's the thing, the real news is coming out of Southern California, though. And every time I tweet it, because I get all freaked out whenever the Rams make these big money moves, because I'm saying, how in the hell did they run by a different math system than everybody else? So what's going on, right? So I'll read where Cooper Kupp signed a 3-year extension worth $110 million over 5 years. But everybody said, that's only $20 million a year. You know what? I don't understand. There's something we don't know what Cooper was getting paid before. I'm thinking the math, this is an extension, which makes it, I don't really understand. Cooper Kupp, 5 years, 110. That's a long contract. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It doesn't seem like something that Cooper would settle for if it's real. I mean, if it's really as it reads. So anyway, the reason I mentioned that too is because here we are, Deebo, and Deebo's still running around. He's in a good mood. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm all right. And then when nobody's looking, my money, man, I ain't playing with these people. But in the meantime, he's keeping the face up. He's running around. He's working out. I don't know if I don't think anybody's talking to him about his contract in the locker room. Those are one of those things where if you do walk by Deebo in the locker room, you don't say to Deebo, "What's up, man? Oh, good to see you, brah. We're gonna get this trophy this year, right? All right, let's go." Ain't nobody gonna say that. So how's the contract going? Nobody's gonna say it. So Anyway, as I talk about the flowing glory, hugs and squeezes, or as Trey would say, sweet and cuddly. Deebo Ryans is the latest member of the Niners to send praise in the direction of QB Trey Lance, telling reporters yesterday that Lance had been hitting the mark with the accuracy and has consistently improved throughout the offseason workouts. I was delighted to hear it, because this is the things I was paying attention to last year that everybody got mad at because I was saying, man, I don't know, man. I got to wait. But you know what? I'm starting to relax. I really am. T. Lance reportedly collected on 2 deep passes of over 40 yards on Ryan's D Wednesday, which was the second day of the Niners' 3-day mandatory camp. And Coach Ryan spoke with reporters after practice, saying Lance has been a handful for his defense in recent practice sessions. Coach Ryan said this about Mrs. Lance's baby boy. Quote, defending him has been tough. He's putting the ball on the money every time he throws it. The accuracy is there. The deep ball is there. To show whatever he wants, he can zip it in there and make a lot of plays. So I'm excited for Trey and what we can do. He's setting himself up to have a really good season for us, unquote. Okay. Okay. Let's see if it still looks that way when they put on the pads and get to banging around, And then, of course, Jimmy's coming down. He looks good on my wall. Guy's a great looking guy. And he's, as I say, I'll never disrespect him for the years that he gave us and the things that we got done while he was here. So I'm sorry. He's got to stay until he leaves. It's just a respect thing with me, and it'll be a ritual to take him down. Ryan's also said Lance has done an outstanding job throughout the offseason, has grown as a result of the OTAs and the 49ers went through during the third phase of their offseason workout program. Coach Ryans went on to say, quote, Trey's gotten better and better and better each day. Again, another guy who's benefited from having these OTA practices. Trey has done an exceptional job, and I know we're proud of where he is right now, unquote. This year's offseason workout program carried a high amount of importance for T. Lance, as everybody knows, of whom is expected to take over the starting spot for the Niners after spending most of the rookie season in 2021 taking Jimmy G classes. T. Lance's progress has been a huge topic of discussion, given some of the unflattering reports that surfaced earlier in the spring. But the reviews coming from his teammates and coaches as of late have been extremely positive. Niners coach Shanahan said Tuesday, quote, I think just having these OTA practices has been really good because it's about getting reps and going out there. And I feel like for the first couple of days, Trey, along with everybody else, they were just trying to win the day, which to me doesn't help you that much. You really have to hone in on getting better. The defense you're going against, they know the offense, and you can't try to just go for the big plays. You have to play with your fundamentals and improve with every rep that you have, because you don't get many reps playing this game, and you get them fully in the preseason, and that's about it before it really counts. And I think Trey's been deliberate in everything he's done. I think especially last week, heading into today, you can really see him stacking days and getting better each practice, quote. So there you go. Trey Lance is moving along, building. Lance and the Niners wrapped up their offseason workout schedule yesterday, as I mentioned, canceling with the third day of the scheduled mandatory minicamp because they were looking just way too good out there. Coach says, we don't need no more work, man. Let's start the season right now. And meanwhile, about D-Lance told reporters Tuesday that he benefited from having the opportunities he was given during OTAs and from getting to know his new teammates and coaches. And Lance was delighted and said, quote, just reps, being able to be around the guys, being able to be in the locker room around the coaches. It was big to get QB Brock Purdy in the room, new quarterback coach, new assistant quarterback coach, just being around the guys again. And being around football. And this situation is a lot different than training other places or throwing routes on air to other guys, unquote. There you go. In a nutshell is what we got in our second workout. All right. Here's the question. Could the Niners have a major steal in their hands in second-round pick Drake Jackson? Because I tell you, man, it is sounding like it based on comments from the fellow D.E. Samson Ibukum and Nick Bosa. Both players raved about Jackson today. Offered the type of, by the way, Nick. Nick kills me. The dude is so cool, man. Let me see for this. Yeah, Nick Bosa, the talk about his contract is already getting underway, right? Nick Bosa isn't worried about a new contract. Ask about a possible new contract. Nick answered in his usual laid-back way. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be notified. You gotta love Nick. The guy, for a soft-spoken guy like he is, and laid back and always cool, Tony thinks he just smokes too much dope, but I think Nick does that no matter what. Anyway, both players, Ibukum and Nick, raved about Jackson yesterday, offering the type of high praise rookies rarely receive from vets at this stage of the game. Or, if I may quote Samson Ibukum, quote, damn, he's good, unquote. They love the Drake. Let me tell you, man, he's only been around for a few weeks, but Drake Jackson has already made big fans out of a couple of his teammates. As is the case with any rookie this time of year, it's important to note that Jackson has only been with his new group for a handful of pad-free practice sessions, but what he's shown so far has made believers out of veterans Samson Ebukam and Nicky B. Ebukam told reporters after practice today, quote, he's going to be a key factor in this defense. The thing is, Ebukam and Jackson could find themselves competing for snaps this season. What do you like in that competition? Because Ebukam started coming on toward the end of last year. He finally looked like what we were thinking he was going to be. Hey, Ebukam says Jackson is already giving him some stiff competition, which should make both players better in the long run. Because fierce competition always makes you boost yourself a little bit better. Ebukam is sounding like Drake's biggest supporter though right now, saying, quote, I've been seeing him run all the drills, and I'm just like, man, he's athletic. He's big. He's got young legs, so he's able to keep going all day. Me seeing him doing that, I'm just like, oh, yeah, I've got somebody who can push me. So he's pushing me. He's going to push others as well, unquote. Drake's in there making an impression, making friends and influencing people. Go Drake. Bosa has only known Jackson for 2 days, having just reported the 49ers offseason activities earlier this week. He's been impressed with Jackson's demeanor as well as his movement. Bosa's observations go like this, quote, just a really nice kid. He's super talented. He does things out there that I definitely couldn't do as a rookie. Say what? Oh, you didn't say that, Nick. No. He goes on to say, just the way he moves, he's definitely got some impressive stuff about him. But it's only been 2 days where I've seen him. Just a great dude, though, wants to learn and is really appreciative to be here, and I'm glad we got him. Unquote. I know, right? What specifically did Bosa mean when he said Jackson could do things he couldn't do as a rookie? Because that translates in my mind as, Nick, what? Dude, I don't remember you not being able to do anything as a rookie. And now is just nothing. So what are you talking about? Nick answered that question, saying, just his bend and his mobility that young, I think his gymnastics background or whatever, he just can bend really well. Well, what do we got here, fam? That's something I'm continuing with Nick's quote. That's something I have to improve on as my career has gone on, as I've trained with my brother and our trainer. But yeah, he's just got it naturally. So if he could keep building and keep getting better, he'll be pretty scary. Unquote. Oh! Jackson is a player some analysts felt had first-round talent to begin with, but he slipped to the Niners late in round two. How the hell did everybody miss him? Thank you, everyone else. And the Niners seemed more than happy that DJ was still available when they made their second-round pick, which was their first of the 9 selections they made in the 2022 draft. And Bosa continued by saying, it's pretty crazy that somebody that talented is still there at that point. Could say the same thing about Fred Warner. How the hell did we get him in the 3rd round? Fred Warner's first-round that's first-round talent all day long. Fred's rookie year was out of control. We got some good scouts, man. I'm going to just give it to him. I used to say things about him when they was working with Trent Baalke later for that. Because we got some of those same people who work for Trent working for John and Kyle. What's up with that? So, okay, is there such thing as too much depth? Depth, yes. Depth. And fam, Jackson is one of many talented players competing for reps on an ultra-talented and deep 49ers defensive line that also includes Mrs. Bosa's baby boy, Nick, Ebukam, Eric, don't talk about me armstead because I'll kill everybody out here. Javon, just keep Grant Cole away from me. Kid Law. Charles Omenihu. You know what? I can't wait to see what Omenihu looks like this year. Because, last year, as he was saying, I'm just learning, feeling my way through all this stuff, man. So, and he was still looking good. He knows what he's doing now. Man, I think that's the guy. I got a feeling if I'm going to call it X Factor right now, because everybody else who does their job is expected to. But Ominahu, I got a feeling that's going to be that dude. We'll see. But anyway, Kevin Givens, Maurice Hurst, one of his calves is okay. Jordan Willis, you know about him, Mr. Hero in the Green Bay game. And 4 of the offseason additions in Kimiko Ture. Hassan Ridgeway, of whom I like a lot. Kerry Hyder, you know him, you know what he can do. It's going to be a hell of a competition coming off that edge. And 6th-round pick, Kalia Davis. Looking at this talent pool is like going to a fabulous restaurant with an unusually long, glorious menu. You just cannot make up your mind as to what to order. Hey, come here. Give me the whole right side of this menu, okay? I'll just, whatever I want, I'll give back to you. There won't be enough roster spots, though, fam, for the Niners to keep them all, but Nicky B would like to keep as many as possible. Bosa said, quote, yeah, it's good. Just so much depth this year with Teray and Charles. See, Nick mentions Teray. I don't know nothing about him. Why did Nick mention Teray? Ooh, I don't know nothing about this dude that Nick is talking about him. Oh, and Charles and Gary and Sampson. Jordan will come back. We're going to have to use some extra roster spots on the D-line for sure. Fam, there's something to think about. Are the 49ers going to cut back on one unit in order to increase that D-line? The more big, bad dudes you can have on that defensive line, I don't know. Where are your priorities in that? Would it be better to let another unit? Because you can't cut. The running backs could be a place, though. Keep 3 and keep the rest on the practice squad. They won't like it, but that's okay. Because you just promise them, look, you know our reputation. The running backs you see out there now, you could be playing every other week, or for God's sakes, you could end up playing every week. So be on that practice squad, and we'll give you a hike and pay whenever you come up on the regular roster. I'd tell them that in a heartbeat. We're keeping 3 running backs. The rest of I got 3 more coming on the practice squad. I'm going to increase my defensive line by 2. At least. Last year's line rounded into shape towards the end of the season and eventually formed a strong chemistry. Bosa's expected the same from this year's group, even with all the new faces. Nick Bosa believes in his guys saying, quote, wait for it. Nick said, I think we'll be better for sure. Unquote. Fam, is your D-line going to be better this year? Is it really going to be better this year? Is Nicky right? Is he right? Oh, my God. And T. Lance, it's time to get up off of T. Lance. Do you want to see padded practice first, or are you already sold? That's the storyline tonight. Look, here he is. We've not talked to the AB Colts fan for how long? Let's get him on here and see. I love when other people come around here. AB Colts fan, come on in.
Is it Ronbo?
Yeah, absolutely, yes. How you doing?
What? I thought, what happened?
Oh, okay. AB, hold on a second. Still Jimmy Garoppolo's hashtag, still Jimmy Garoppolo's team. Big Show. Big Show's in here, so...
Oh, no.
I'm sure he's going to be back with more. Anyway.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, Big Show's enjoying the offseason stirring the pot.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, at least we got Matt Ryan now. Not Carson Wentz, man.
Hey, you know what's so funny? AB, what do you think?
Yeah.
Is that gonna move the chess pieces around for you guys? That's interesting because you narrowly missed the playoffs. Did you make the playoffs last year?
No, we didn't. Yeah,
that's right. You barely missed.
Yeah,
That's right. I remember. Carson lost his mind against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, that was rough. I mean, that Jacksonville game, man, that was freaking... Like, even, I'm being honest, that Raiders game looked really bad, but that Jacksonville game was just, like, the whole team was just... Nothing was working. Like, there was no, like, rhythm for the offense. I didn't see the same passes being thrown. They were trying to run the ball, and it wasn't working. And when it came down to Wentz making the play, he couldn't make the play. And it was just simple as that.
Here's the thing. It's all about the leadership. You can't. Carson Wentz, understand he was pissing people off. Not
He's
only
hard-headed.
throughout the whole I mean, everybody just didn't. If you don't want to play for this guy or with this guy, and he's out there saying nasty things, I don't know what Carson does, but he kind of alienated himself when he was in Philly as well. I think Court in the same kind of way. So the owner went public with something really insulting. He just said, get him something. What did he say? He said something really bad about getting Wentz out of here. I said, wow.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Our owner? Oh, Jim Irsay, right? Oh, yeah. He's just like, no, I wanted him out of here. He said I wanted him out of here, like, I think probably since, like, middle of the season, I think, or something like that. Like, when he lost to Jacksonville, I think that's when he was like, no, he's out of here. He wanted him out.
And it's in the way he lost. It was just like, he didn't give a damn.
Yep, he didn't. It's in the way he lost, and I just think he couldn't lead his team to victory. I think with the help of Matt Ryan now, I think hopefully, and I know Matt Ryan could lead a team. Falcons have just been really bad. That's why it's made him look bad, but he's still really good.
Yeah, and Ryan's not a Carson Wentz kind of guy. Ryan, if he's going to play, he's going to play. Otherwise, he's just going to leave. Yeah. But you can tell, Ryan, he tried to play with a team last year that had some deficiencies. Some of his best guys, his legend Julio left. Yeah. You got Ridley is having mental issues. It's Ryan's going to be a baller. I see you guys jumping way up this year from where you were last year.
No, yeah, I think it should be a better record. Like last year, I think our ceiling was like at least 11-6. I was seeing 11-6, but I mean 9-8. I thought 8-9 was our floor. So like obviously we were about to reach our floor, but like it's just like in that scenario where, in the beginning of the season, I kind of liked Wentz, right? I was like, okay, he's a good guy. He just got injured, but it's just the fact that I just didn't think Wentz could lead his team, and it was really just at the end of the season I just kind of started to feel like an Eagles fan, like how they felt all those years that Wentz was underperforming.
It's really funny, AB. The worst place you want to get yourself in that kind of trouble, if it's not Philly, it's New York or it's Philly. New York fans are really hostile, but I understand Philly fans are worse. So Carson Wentz. Ooh, he had.
Yeah, when he comes back, he's playing for Washington right now.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. He's going to get booed in Philly, and listen.
I can't wait for that.
You got AFC. How many AFC West games you guys got this year? Everybody's worried about the AFC West, especially me. I'm looking now at 4 games where there's no let up in the tension. Are they? They got to be in your schedule. Are they on your schedule this year?
AFC West?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in my schedule. Yeah, I think AFC West is going to be pretty tough, but I think like it's going to be hard to determine who's going to win. But if I had to choose like 2 teams, I would say, I know this is going to hurt. I know people are going to disagree with this, but I think the Chiefs, even though they did lose Tyreek Hill, I think Andy Reid with his offensive mastermind brain can just like take the Chiefs back to winning the division somehow. Mm-hmm. Or I think maybe the Raiders with Devontae Adams. I think they're looking like a really good team.
I mean, you're right.
I just don't think the Cardinals.
Oh God, I didn't want you to say that. I ain't trying to hear that. One thing I wish upon the Raiders is always bad news. And but you know what? Realistically, you're kind of right. Damn it.
The Chargers, okay, this is why I'm not saying the Chargers. I know everybody's going to be pissed. Like, the Chargers aren't in there? The Chargers are in it. It's just they remind me of the Cardinals. They start off so fast, and then they end, like, pretty, like, slow. That's why I don't see them winning the division, because they start fast, and then they don't end the season as well.
The Cardinals, as long as Cliff Kingsbury's over there running that system, at some point I figured the whole team's going to give up. That's 2 years in a row. They start up, come on, we're world beaters. We're not going to be stopped. Week 6. Where are the Cardinals? There they go. Oh, down to the bottom. Cards. What is the problem, guys? They had a nice team last year too, personnel-wise. That was strange.
They did. And I don't know what happened. I think if Hopkins still would have been there, obviously they still made the playoffs, but if Hopkins would have been in that game against the Rams, I think it could have been a whole different game, because Hopkins can change a game just like that. But I don't know if they would win.
Yeah, there was
It would
Kyler
have been
Murray
close.
was doing strange things, unlike what he did early in the season. Kyler Murray is the kind of guy. He gets motivated 1 minute and he can get completely unmotivated. Apparently, the next. He's like
Yeah, and
manic, depressive quarterback. That's not good.
that offense that I saw in the beginning of the season with the Cardinals, like everything was working. You had Christian Kirk, you had DeAndre Hopkins. It looked like they had something going. Like when they started season 7-0, even when they lost the Packers, they still bounced back, right, with the win over the Panthers, I think. But
The
at the
rookie,
end of the season, when the Colts faced them, it just looked bad.
absolute trash. Even the rookie wide receiver looking good from day one. And
Yup.
I have no idea what. Anyway, good to hear from you again. And AV, let's
Yeah.
since the season started, let's talk some more later. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. Actually,
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Ronbo. I might call it tomorrow, but thank you. It was nice talking to you, man. I haven't talked to you in a while.
same here, AV. Say hi to your 49-11 dad. And when are you going to convert? Let's have you change up this year.
Maybe.
I'll see you tomorrow, AV, if you got time. All right, bye for now.
But all right, bye, Ronbo.
Bye. Hey, yo, Steven. Steven. Yeah, Chargers. You expect them, and actually, the Chargers are probably seen as the softest team in the AFC West. Hey, Brian, the law rides in, pushes through the saloon doors, walks up to the bar and says, "Whiskey, and give me a dirty glass." hey, Brian, come on in. Maybe we can talk to you in a little bit. Come on in.
The law says know your damn role. What's up, Ronbo?
Good things. It's trades coming in, starting from day one, looking good.
I tell you what, Ronbo, it's a great time to be a receiver, ain't it?
Yeah, you can get paid because Cooper Cup. And Brian, I'm glad you brought that up because here's the thing: if Deebo's sitting at home and punching the air, and his wife is looking at Deebo, you gonna calm down or what? They pay me my money. I'm watching Cooper Cup get paid. I'm watching this dude get paid. I'm watching this dude get paid. They won't even talk to my, I don't know. He's really remaining calm though.
I'm surprised Ronbo. I'm surprised he put another question in to be traded again.
Somebody calmed him down.
Oh.
Somebody calmed him down, fam.
Hey.
I don't know who did, but somebody calmed him down. Dude is all the way cool right now.
Yeah. Ronbo, it was bad enough that, we knew Aaron McDonald. We knew if they wanted to run it back, as they say, well, we knew that deal was going to get done. And then, but now, not only you get that done, and not to mention the other deals that they got done. They signed Wagner, they signed the other receiver, and millions now. All of them 3 and 4 year deals. Then for the coup de grace, you kick out another $80 million to Cooper Cup. Not that he don't deserve it. I mean, he earned it. I mean, not that he don't deserve it, but you find another $80 million to get at him. So now, if I'm a receiver named
wait, Brian,
Samuel,
wait a minute.
my lip is poked out. My lip is poked out longer than Bill Street.
Oh God, yes. But listen, you said 80 mil. What kind of math are you doing here? Why are you saying 80?
I thought wasn't his deal was like 3 years? Did he get it like 3 years, 80 million, and 75 guaranteed?
Okay. Last deal I saw 110 million over 5 years. Actually, the math here could be the same as what you're saying. I just read 110 5 years. I'm thinking, what? Is that Cooper agreed to that?
I've been seeing it. Yeah, I saw these numbers now. I saw these numbers on NFL Network.
It's probably accurate.
They've been showing them all day. Yeah.
Okay, so that's accurate. How many years?
It's 3 years. It's a 3-year deal.
For 80.
3-year deal, 80
88.
deal. Is 80 mil, 75 is guaranteed.
So Cooper can
Yeah.
pretty much think about, if I don't get an extension, I can still retire because I'm gonna buy several laundromats, a couple of Popeyes chickens. I'm good to go.
Right. Get some pizza, a couple of Pizza Huts. Get some pizza buying this franchise.
So the thing is,
Yeah.
uh, endorsements, things like that. Coop could have made his money now, and now he'll get laid
Yeah.
back and
Yeah.
comfortable like everybody else who gets paid. We'll see what he does.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm worried about who we're going to have cover him in the slot because we ain't got nobody. Because when we had K1, hey, bring that Cooper Cup on in here. Got his butt. Him and
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
Now I don't know.
He was he was the slot terminator. They call him the slot terminator.
Yes, he was. So, Deebo, like you say, though, and I just don't know why they're waiting. They're just dragging ass. They're starting to stop talking about Deebo, now start talking about Nick. That's got to make Deebo even say, yeah, y'all keep clowning me.
Right.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're waiting on, but hey, but on to other good news. On to other good news. From a defensive standpoint, Ronbo, I think the D line is stacked. The only bad thing is that we can't keep everybody.
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing.
See, that's why I asked the question earlier.
know.
Are you going to cut back on another unit in order to keep a couple of them dudes? Because we can't let all them people leave, Brian. I ain't watching.
We just have to keep the right.
Ooh,
We
go
just
ahead.
have to keep the right ones. And the only somebody that knows that better is the coaches.
Yeah. Hey, whose judgment would you like to trust on that the
You gotta
most? Is
keep
that Chris Kasurik or D'Amico? Kasurik.
I had to put it on. I had to both of them. It had to be both of them. More so Kasurik.
Yeah.
More so Kasurik because he's actually working with them. So
as far as the D line,
I wouldn't want to be him right now. I was like, man, you got all these, but the thing is, you can't keep everybody.
Okay, so who you gonna get? Who you think? Who you think is go?
And then you go to the linebackers. I mean, right now I would say we got one of the best cores in the league.
No, don't even say one of. It is the best. When you count from 1 to 3, yeah, that's the best. You're not going to get better than Warner, Shire, and Dre Greenlaw. My goodness, that's good.
We probably got the best core in the league. That's for real.
Yeah,
I would say we got the best core, and then the secondary. I mean, we really don't have no slouches back there.
It's improved. It's improved.
It's improved. It's improved. And I think Kwaski Top might be on his last ride.
Well, he hadn't got on yet. Kwaski could be walking.
He's still on the dock.
You heard, Brian, you heard what Jimmy Ward said, right? Yeah, me and Tyler know this would be the best combo in the league.
They looking at Talanoga now.
Yeah, J-Dub, what happened to your boy? You gonna just talk like this? And then we got the other guy named Odom, O-D-U-M. Now, Dub doesn't know anything about him. So we're gonna still use him on special teams, but that's a special teams improvement as well. So, and that,
Yeah. But and then on the other side of the ball, they're just gonna have to figure it out. Offense start with the O line. Gotta start with that.
See, you brought me back down. I was feeling high as a kite, and then all of a sudden he said the O line.
Well, Ronbo. Well, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the whole truth. I'm gonna tell
the whole truth. Hey, Brindle's going to be the center. You know about that, right? Brindle pretty much is looking at as to be the guy.
Yeah. Receivers.
Oh,
I think if the moon shines right and
yeah,
all the stars line up together,
yeah,
we can have an excellent core again.
yeah.
You know, hopefully what's the tight end name?
George Kittle?
What's his name?
Kittle?
Kittle, Big Kittle. Hopefully he can stay healthy.
He won't. He won't. Well, he won't go every game of the year, but he'll go most of them. But they never take George out. He's just
No.
that tough of a guy.
Right.
But he could miss. I predict George misses somewhere between 2 and 5 games. Hopefully, no more than that.
Yeah.
But he's going to miss some time.
Right. Yeah.
But Jawan Jennings is looking like a tight end out there, from what I understand. And, Jawan is looking to make a name for himself this year, too, because Jawan's tied in 1-year contracts.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They'll be all, yeah. They'll be all right.
Man, we're gonna be all right. We are. We're gonna go. I'm gonna look for you tomorrow, and this time I ain't playing. Ain't gonna be no NBA's not. Now, you know what? I'm gonna stop with the NBA. The Warriors are gonna do what the Warriors do.
Tomorrow, the finals. Yeah, NBA. Yeah, they'll be on tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. I guarantee it will be right on out. I don't care what time it is. We're coming on whether the NBA plays, if they go late or not. All right.
Ooh, Ronbo, you starting cutting my bedtime, man.
I would run.
I'm over in Memphis. I'm out of Memphis, man. It's late.
Oh,
it's late.
My goodness. Maybe in the fourth quarter, if it looks like the Warriors got to put away, I'll go ahead and start. Okay? I want it. Because that game is exciting. Curry is just a magician. I'm loving it. All right, fam. I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, Ronbo, shout out to you, shout out to the production, and shout out to the faithful. And guess what, y'all? The law is out.
Have a great night, Brian. Sleep tight.
All right, Ronbo, take it easy.
You too. All right, we go back, and we cut back to Steven. Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, man.
What's up, Ronbo?
All kinds of good things. Hey, Steven, listen. At some point, I'm hoping that during the regular season we could talk. But there's nothing bad to talk about our team right now, except when you talk about the offensive line. If you want to avoid that subject, it's okay with me, because every time I talk about them, you know that I got a high from hearing about what Lance is doing out there, and everything is looking good. I get another high when Nick Bosa and Ibukum say, "This dude Drake Greenlaw, I like his style." I said, "Oh my! Don't tell me yes."
Yeah, Drake Jackson. I want to know what Nick Bosa meant. Like, he can do more things than I did when I was a rookie. Because we saw what Nick Bosa did as a rookie. We saw the numbers he put up as a rookie.
That's
exactly what's
right.
he doing? Just doing backflips over the O-line?
Well, Steven, that's it. You nailed it right there.
What's
He's got that gymnastics background, apparently. Now, when you see a guy that weighs near 300 pounds can turn backflips, that means he's got bend and flexibility. Nick had to work on that. Him and his brother been a trainers the last couple of years. Nick didn't have that kind of bend when he first came in. So if Ibukum's out there cutting backflips over offensive linemen's heads and still grabbing that, Steven, I'm just kidding, but if he ever does that for one game, if I'm doing that show and you happen to see the room go black, you'll know what happened. I will have lost my mind completely and ran through everything in here screaming and yelling, man. That would be the freakiest thing I've ever seen. And coming around the edge, whoa! Oh, I don't believe it! Drake Jackson just did a backflip over the Rams' right tackle, and he is in the face of Stafford, and Stafford is looking with his eyes wide open, and Stafford's laying in the dirt. The ball's fumbled. What?
Man, could you imagine?
Woo!
Could you imagine Drake Jackson with the agility of Troy Polamalu, just jumping over offensive line?
And the strength he's got as being a big man like he is.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying. That's real bully ball.
Even Nick will be applauding him on the other side.
I don't think anybody would be ready for that. That's something that's completely just so far outfield. But
second round pick, late in the second round.
When are we gonna? I'm excited about this season. I'm nervous about this season.
I know, right?
Because it's
crazy feeling.
We have no off. We don't really have an answer to an offensive line right now. But our wide receiver core is pretty damn solid. Our corners are not that bad. Our defensive line, our front four, Those guys are phenomenal. We're stacked on that. Our running back room, heavily stacked, but we know we go through those like rounds in a chamber.
I know.
Our QB looks solid. I mean, our quarterback room is decent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got Nate Sefo, Purdy. Well, Purdy apparently is showing some kind of good signs. Our tight end room is solid. Everything is solid, but the offensive line. And so I'm curious to see how that's going to go.
Wouldn't it be funny if they surprised us? Because Trent Williams is saying good things about Aaron Banks. I don't know if that's just being nice or what, but did you see a picture of Trent Williams standing next to Aaron Banks? I thought
they're built the same.
No.
They're built the same. I thought it was the same person. I had to look at the jersey number.
Banks is bigger. In fact, they were showing him online. Wait a minute. Hey, that's Banks on the left. That's Williams is wearing, Williams is wearing his number, right? Whoa. Banks is bigger than Williams.
It's kind of scary. I mean, that left side is going to be solid. I can tell you that for a fact. That left side, the middle and the right, that's the issue. Because we don't have an answer. McGlinchey, is he actually going to do something? Is he actually going to be solid? Or is he just going to get run over again and again and again and again? Granted that, he had that quad injury, but I mean, to come back from that and to kind of, go into the NFL at high pace, I don't think he's going to be doing that because that's such a serious muscle tear. Now, the outside right, that's another thing I'm worried about.
Well, McGlinchey, no matter what, he's just a natural road grader. You just have to worry about Mike as far as the pass protection. But when it comes to running behind that dude, run behind Mike all day. In fact, running behind Mike that's no worse than running behind Twin. Dude gets people out the way. So I'm not worried about that. Yeah. I just don't know about pass protection. Because, when you're running downfield, I suspect that leg will be fine. It's when you got those quick movements where you got to do to try to get in front of a guy. That could hurt that leg.
Yeah. And then, oh, man. I want to know what happened to the Mexican. Where's he at?
Guerrero! Nobody's saying anything, right? That's not
Alfredo Gutierrez, man. That dude, he's built like a superhuman. He's like every offensive line's wet dream. 6'9", 390. Dude's a monster.
Mm-hmm. It just, if he played soccer, those skills alone make you athletic. I don't know if he played, because I thought I read something about him playing a soccer player, and then you realize he was too big for soccer. So,
He did play soccer.
Yeah, see. And most
all that running, man.
Yeah, see. And there's a lot of things, you got to do a lot of footwork playing soccer, too. I remember coaching Little League. My best kids, baseball players, were always used to play soccer. They're just more athletic, always. So, we're going to find out.
Imagine running up and down the field that's twice the size of a football field.
I know. There is a lot of real estate. Ooh, you got to be in condition. Oh.
Man. It's, like I said, Ronbo, this is exciting. The fact that Trey Lance is learning how to throw a deep ball. He's kind of getting more comfortable in the pocket. We won't know for sure how good he is until preseason, until, that real panic sets in.
Padded practice and preseason games. Yeah.
Yeah, practice and preseason games. But in practice, no one's going to light him up. No one's going to give him that welcome to the NFL hit.
Yeah, because he got that last.
Yeah,
it's a preseason games. And actually, padded practices, you know what? The defensive line we got, it could be good training for him, right? Because he's not going to see a lot of defensive lines better than the one he's got at home. And they know the offense too, which makes it even more difficult. So he's going to get a lot of homegrown training.
Yeah, and it's nice too because according to Fred Warner, he talks a lot of shit to his face, and iron sharpens iron. You talk shit to my face, I'm gonna throw the ball directly at you, so that way you shut the fuck up when someone else catches it.
And J-Dub, you know what? Waters messing with him because he said he was being too timid and shy last year. But J-Dub, Jimmy Ward's out there challenging, throw the ball out here my way. I got something for you. And Trey's answer back, I see anything open, I'm throwing the ball. I love that kind of going back and forth. See, now they're going to challenge each other. That's good.
That's good stuff. And the fact that, like, Steve Young has been talking to Trey Lance, that's another good sign. That's another good sign. Granted, you know, back then, if you notice, Steve Young had a lot of wobble in his passes. But when he would throw it, it would always go in the breadbasket almost every time. Man was throwing dime after dime after dime after dime. So we'll see how Trey Lance forms himself. But the only thing I wish the 49ers would do, Ronbo, is sign Frank Gore as a running back coach. We need at least one more Frank Gore in that room.
And he'd love it, too. Frank, if they ask Frank what to do, I know he'd do it, too. He's got to do some things, but you know what? He'd have time. Steve, we're going to go. I'll be back tomorrow, and this time I'm serious. We will be back tomorrow. Be looking for you, okay?
I'll see you tomorrow, Ronbo.
Have a great night, Steven.
You too. Good night.
It's good. It's Michael from Chicago. Hey, Mike, get in here, man.
Detroit worse than everybody.
Michael, you know there were some people who took exception to what you said about. Well, you heard 49ers Ultimate Report, and there's a couple other people that thought that you may have spoken out of turn about the opening day game. Mike, what did you say? People are coming in here saying you never said anything like that while you were here. You want to take this time to defend yourself? Did you hear some of the things they said?
No, I have not. To be honest, your streams are like 2 hours, so I don't really catch up.
Do the whole
thing.
Say. Yeah, they said, well, you know what? Listen, let's get that Chicago fan straight right now. He didn't say anything about one remark I remember clearly. He didn't say anything about his offense. He just says his defense this, his defense that, his defense this. What about his offense? Mike, have you got anything you want to say about your offensive prowess?
First of all, that I always, when I talk about the Bears, I talk about everything about the Bears: the offense, the special teams, the defense, the whole coaching staff. I don't only talk about one part of the Bears, even though I can go on and on and on about how good the defense will be this year. But the offense, I will just say the run game is going to be more effective. David Montgomery will be eaten this season. And it's going to start off with the 49ers. I'm already predicting he's going to go over 100 rushing yards in that game because Monty is probably is a top 10 running back in the NFL. And he's proven himself that he can tear up defenses left and right. I've seen what he can do.
No,
so
I haven't seen him, so I can't even offer an argument. But you know, he's a good running back. Listen, I don't know. We've got a pretty good run stopping crew. If he can notch up over 100 yards, I will be impressed.
I mean, he did have 100 yards against the Rams, even though we lost that game. He still rushed over
he got
100
his
yards. I mean, and according to the Rams fans, they have the best defense in that conference.
See, don't. You know what? Here's the thing about the Rams. It's really funny. Every time the 49ers are beating the Rams, it was usually running right at Aaron Donald. One of the things you don't want to do, and nobody's going to stop Aaron Donald completely. If you keep passing the ball, Donald's going to get you. That's all there is to it. This is why I got a kick out of every time they play the Rams. For some reason, Russell Wilson and Pete thought they should keep passing the ball. I remember one time Aaron grabbed Russ as he was going by. It was like a ninja move or a kung fu. He grabbed Russ as he's going down, and the momentum, I seen Russ fly through the air before he hit the ground. He says, Pete,
Aaron Donald
you guys
is
might
a freak train.
He is.
He's a freak train.
He is. And if you guys.
Pretty much.
So that's what you run against the Rams, and then you set up a pass here and there. But you better strategically set that up. Don't let Aaron Donald pin his ears back and come after that quarterback. Your offensive line is not going to save him. And I don't care if he's mobile. I don't care who he is. If you don't get rid of that ball, you will belong to Aaron Donald. God, I hate that guy. You know? Jesus.
I mean, we all have that divisional opponent like you hate so much. I mean, for me, it's Aaron Rodgers, obviously.
He makes it because he comes into town every year and yells obscenities up into the stands. I own you. I own you. Yeah, he says, Aaron, you're gonna have to have an armed escort to get to your car if you drove, or I guess when you're riding the bus. But God, yelling that stuff at those people.
Yeah, that just made me hate him more because imagine if Russell Wilson, literally rushed into the end zone and told all the 49ers fans he still owns them.
Oh, Russ. You know what they did in Thanksgiving Day back in 2016, I forget which year it was, we had a Thanksgiving Day game, I'm looking, they're eating in the center of the field on the 49ers logo, him and Sherman, and holding turkey. Sherman's running through the tunnel, holding the turkey up in the air, looking up in the stands. Hey, Niner fans! And that's why I hated. Oh, I'm seething. And then the next couple of seasons later, people are saying, hey, Sherman might be joining the 49ers. What? No, he friggin' ain't. I didn't even want him.
Oh, my God.
If Aaron Rodgers came to Chicago, you know what? You change your mind.
I mean, to be fair, Rodgers, when Peyton Manning had like 2 back-to-back MVP seasons, like he digressed, his neck broke the following year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, had him operated on and comes back a couple of years later with the Broncos. Yeah.
Yeah, he won the Super Bowl, but that wasn't because of him. That was because of the Broncos defense.
Yeah, against Cam Newton. That's right.
In San
Francisco.
I was rooting for the Panthers. I was so mad when Cam Newton didn't dive on that ball.
I know nobody's going to forget that. Where's the effort, Newton? Mike, we're going to go. I'll tell you what. I'll be looking for you tomorrow if you got time.
Always, Niners. Keep sleeping on the Bears because week 1, we coming for that victory. And Don Bird, I see you in that chat. Always. Detroit worse than everybody. And I'm gone.
Night, Mike.
Night, everybody. And 49ers, keep sleeping on us. That's all I can say.
Brock O'Neill says, wait a minute, let me get read Brock first before I get myself in trouble. But he capped it 8 weeks with Kurt Warner and nothing. Stop. Hey, but Brock, here's the thing. Actually, from what I understand, Trey does have pocket skills, so he's not really as much as Cap. I don't think it's going to be as much work, so he's not going to take over. Kyle's not going to put up with that anyway, so he's going to have to learn. Don Burr says, Chicago sports talk a bum like his team. And let us now welcome to the mic. He is Papa. Wait a minute. Papa Dragon. Papa D.
Who's that son of a bitch that keep calling in from Chicago? What? Every time he calls in, he talks all his little monkey trash. That son of a bitch.
Mike, this is what I'm talking about. Now, don't leave yet. I'm sure you're going to get lots of rebuttal behind some of the things you've said here this evening. So, yeah, Pop, if you'd like to address that and some of the things that are going on in camp, go right ahead.
He comes in here talking his little trash, talking about don't sleep on Chicago. What do you mean don't sleep on Chicago? How can you sleep in Chicago with all the gunfire going off in that damn town?
Oh.
What?
Mike's going to be the guy this year.
Son of a bitch.
This is good, though. Game 1, people always come and show up about this time of year. And Mike represents this year. We haven't lost any of these first games yet since these guys started coming in and letting us know that they plan on handing us our ass.
What's going on with the son of a bitch from Indianapolis? We ain't playing this monkey ass the first game of the damn year. What? What?
Oh. I like that. You got to have it. We just can't lose those games.
And
Yeah.
what's going on?
You know, every year, as I say, somebody from whatever who we're playing first. Don Bird last year, the year before. I remember year before last we had that guy from Tampa Bay. Was our first game in Tampa Bay? I remember these guys because
the guy from Chicago. Look, dude.
Yeah.
You know what, man? I'm just serious. Go ahead.
No, I'm just enjoying every year. The first year guy hangs out with us throughout the preseason. The first week hangs out with us during the whole course of preseason, making sure that we know he's there. And he's trying to set us up so if we do lose, he'll go ahead and bring all his stuff and put his car in the garage and move in. So, you know, well, like the Rams fans, we have to entertain, and this is our house. We're having our conversation. The Rams fans are set up in here like this is their show, you know. So this is why I say this is why I think they set themselves up to be able to move in. You know.
Sure has moved in. He's just all comfortable, all nonchalant. Good God, can you just put Big Show on him or something?
Yeah. Show ignores those people.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's got hope because he probably thinks Jimmy Garoppolo's going to start. That's where his hope coming from.
He doesn't want Jimmy. Jimmy beat him last year when we came back, when I started our romp back into the series. But, you know,
everybody wants to face.
I really don't know, though, what Chicago's defense looks like now. You know, that's why I'm not going to get real cocky just yet about, I don't know what they got going there, you know. I don't, and in fact, I don't know how much growth we're going to see out of Justin Fields in that offense. They got a new offensive person. They may look a little more difficult than we think. So unlike, as he says, don't sleep on the Bears, I'll stay awake for now.
Don't sleep on the Bears. I'm going to sleep real good tonight. Real good tonight. Period. I know that stupid fool's probably got a daggone poster of Caitlyn Jenner and a Bears cheerleader outfit on his wall because he's that much of a fool.
Meanwhile, Pop, Trey Lance is sparkling and looking good and putting some of my fears to rest. And Drake Jackson.
I told you that. When we drafted him, I told you that.
Yeah, that's
I tried
true.
to tell you, dude. The art, I forgot his name. But this dude has he's like some guy who picks like the quarterbacks who are going to succeed. And he doesn't pick based on physical traits. He picks on what's going on upstairs. He picks based on what their motivations are. He picks based on, you know, their brain and all that kind of stuff. So it's like Trey Lance has got all those other intangibles and he's got work ethic on top of it. I'm not worried about Trey Lance. No, I'm not. Yeah. I'm more worried about Kyle Shanahan than I am Trey Lance.
How come?
Because Kyle Shanahan has been a big player in 2 Super Bowls and lost both in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. Kyle Shanahan is a guy who's got a lot of hype. People around the league all feel that he's one of the best coaches, maybe the best coach, without a championship. But what I see is a guy who folds up the tent in the fourth quarter. That's what I see.
Remember, though, Pop.
Telling you like it. Am I wrong?
No, you know what? Remember John Madden went through something similar. He couldn't win. He couldn't win the big one either until suddenly he couldn't stop winning the big one.
Whoa. John Madden didn't have full player personnel control. He didn't have that. He didn't have a whole pedigree of coming from a coaching family and coming from privilege. He didn't have none of that. John Madden was self-starter.
That's true.
He started from the very bottom.
Well, the thing, my point was is sometimes it takes a minute to get the train rolling. We'll see.
God dang, it's a long ass minute, Ronbo.
Well, he's only had 2 opportunities. You know,
he's let 2 Super Bowls slip.
3. What am I saying?
Coaching decisions alone, 2 fourth quarter leads.
I know.
Really? Come on, man.
3. I mean,
Don't
you
put the
consider
ball
the
in
Rams game.
Garoppolo's-
That's
I'm
3.
gonna put the ball in Jimmy Garoppolo's hands. Is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to close out this fourth quarter. No, Trey Lance is here because he has simply, as a personnel man, failed the 49ers from the quarterback position. He should have bought in competition and or got rid of Jimmy Garoppolo after year 1.
Really?
But he didn't. He kept him. Now, that's on him. And then when he really needs him to come through, he didn't. That's also on him. When he was afraid to let Jimmy throw the ball, he ran the ball.
Huh.
That's also on him. So my biggest concern is that for some reason he thinks that his system is the superstar of the team. Okay, and he thinks he can just trot out any old body and play well, and all of a sudden you come up against coaches who coach just as well as you do, if not better, and they have better quarterbacks. That typically means you lose the game. There should be no more evidence than that your system is not going to win it by itself. You need playmakers.
You know though, you got to realize one thing though, Pop. We're still going to have, if our defense, if we're going in the fourth quarter with 10-point leads, and normally during the course of the season, the 49ers never give up a whole lot of points within a short amount of time in the last 3 years. It's ironic how that keeps happening in games that really matter, because you can blame the offense to a degree, but if I'm looking at a defense that is somehow falling apart, that Kwaski T drop, what are the odds of a ball falling right into a defender's hands? And he does that. And I got a feeling that's go ahead.
It's called personnel decisions. It took for him to drop that ball for him to not have a job.
Yeah.
But he should have a job a long time ago.
I really think people said, "Nah, that's not it." I really think Kwaski's not coming back because somebody's still mad at him.
No one's not mad at him. Why doesn't he have a job? Let me ask you a question. If he caught that interception, would he be employed today?
Yeah, not only would he be employed, then he gave him an extension. I mean, because that would have won the game. The momentum would have swung. They could have ate up clock.
Where would T.O. be without the catch? Without the catch too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Big players make big plays.
Big plays.
At big times. Right? And it is what it is. But
Pop,
like
you and me,
said,
we got to do a show where we go on for an hour or two because we're out of time again. But I'll be back tomorrow though, and this time I'm serious. I keep getting into these life situations where I can't get back in here. I was meaning to come in here yesterday, but
hey, you start messing with all them. You need to stop hanging out with Jimmy G at Hooters. Is your problem?
Yeah, see, and he said one more round, and I said, Jimmy, listen, I got to go. And yeah, you're right. That did ruin things.
You know you got that out for a reason, Ronbo. Ladies, man, you need to let Big Show hang out with you and Jimmy Garoppolo.
He has good sense enough to leave.
Big Show changed his tune, boy. I tell you that.
I see them all, Pop. You give my best to boom and bam, and the lady in the house too.
Yes, sir. Niners all day. Subscribe to Ronbo and shout out to production. We out.
Thanks, fam. There goes Papa D. And let's go down to Emilio. Emilio!
What's happening?
Man, we're sitting up here, man, and we're going over some things. We haven't got a lot to look at here, but, we get excited this time of year like we always do, We're hearing good things. Camp performances are looking good. And then, of course, there's no real pressure. They should be looking good. But you know what I think about Emilio? If they was looking bad, that would be worse. That would be like lights out. It's like Nick Sudfeld throwing them INTs last week. Nick, are you serious? You throwing INTs? Ain't no pads, ain't no pass rush, and you're throwing INTs, and people wonder why I talk about you? And so, and hey, Drake is going to be the man this year.
I'm surprised you're not happy with Trey.
No, I was.
They saying Trey started looking like a quarterback. You over there talking. I was like, you're not giving Trey a chance.
I did.
You steady hustling Trey, huh?
I said all kinds of good things about Trey earlier.
Ronbo still not talking about it.
Come on, you just tuned in now. Somebody tell me I was talking good things about Trey. I said some of my fears, by exact words. You know what? What I'm hearing about Trey, some of my fears are being put to rest. You know, because about the thing about the accuracy, the touch, some of these things, he's looking better. Okay.
Well, I guess I missed the first turn. That's enough. I haven't heard nobody bring it up. I was like, I wasn't wondering why Ronbo brought it up yet.
I am going to always tell the truth. I am not a hater. I'm not a hater. If Trey's looking good, he's going to get my love.
Sometimes you just have the wrong opinion.
Well, haters. There are haters out there. They're still talking bad about Trey. They don't want to hear it. Yeah. Same with Jimmy. Jimmy can come out and have a game. He had several games last year, which excellent. Haters didn't say a damn thing. They waited for 2 or 3 weeks until he messed up. Oh, that's what we're talking about with Jimmy G. Hey, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, technically, we beat the Tigers. We could have had a better game if Jimmy was able to throw. And you say we could have beat the Reds if Jimmy was able to throw. We were only minimized because Jimmy couldn't throw that damn ball. So if you really look at it, somebody like me, I'm going to say, we could have won, but we were minimized because of Jimmy. We could have won the games if maybe Trey was in the game. So you never know. But that's the past. We lost. Moving on.
And I'm still proud of him, too, because he came out there with a bad hand and a bad shoulder and still fought his ass off. This is why I give him credit.
He has toughness. Like I said, Jimmy has toughness. I give him that. I'm not taking nothing from him, but it's just at the same time, the offense is minimized because of it, because he's not really throwing the ball deep. You look at it, the reason we got Trey is because he's able to throw the ball deep. Still, we got to see what he can do. We see what he partially can do in the game.
Yeah, but you also noticed that they picked up a guy that could go deep. Contrary to what people believe, the fantasy is you can just throw the ball deep to any wide receiver. You cannot. He will get if you got a wide receiver down there that isn't a deep threat, he's gonna get picked off. He's gonna get the defender's gonna ride his hip all the way down the field. He is useless deep. That's why Kyle had that mid-range game, because he didn't have anybody to do all that stuff. He tried to with what's his name? What's that dude we got last year that wasn't worth a damn? Supposedly a deep threat, the little guy. You know what I'm talking about? The one who drops the ball and everything.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I forgot his name. Yeah, but it went back to what I've said before. It's back to what I've said before on the show. It's like, dude, they say all quarterbacks suck. It's up to the receiver to make them great. So if it ain't for the receivers catching these balls and going down the field, you look at it with Deebo, that's what made Jimmy look good. You think about it. So if now the Trey can actually throw the ball deep, and the receivers catch the ball, they're going to make the man look great.
Oh, yeah. And if Gray can get deep, Trey can throw it. Jimmy could have threw it. I saw Jimmy made a shot loud field last year to Deebo. It was perfect. One of the best shots I've ever seen. But you're not going to get that with every receiver. If you have Devontae, I don't know how he does it. Devontae's fast, but he's not that kind of fast. But that dude is always open. And it has something to do with his route running, I think.
No, it's his route running. He runs perfect route. Did you look at it? Jerry wasn't fast, but he was able to run the route, and he was always where he was supposed to be.
And that's in the days when defenders were allowed to do anything they want. People don't know how good Jerry Rice really was. Him and Michael Irvin. Man, because you could beat a receiver's ass from the line of scrimmage all the way down to the 1 yard line, at opposite goal. The refs didn't say nothing.
Amen, Ronbo.
Amen. God, it's crazy. So yeah, looking forward to what happens.
In a couple more weeks, and then we'll actually fall into training camp, and then go from there and see if Deebo's really going to play, or he's still going to sit out until he gets paid.
He ain't got no choice.
He should get paid.
He ain't got no choice, fam. He's on
contract.
No,
but if he doesn't want to get fined,
he's under contract.
But
he'll be fined, and it's not a good thing. He knows. 49ers go pay him. I don't know why he had to act out like that.
I know they're going to pay him.
I mean, come on.
I think they're just trying to wait out to see what they're going to pay, because this whole thing with Cooper Kupp, I think it averaged out with Cooper Kupp. I think he's averaging out 20. Oh, he's averaging 20 mil a year. So I think Deebo might get 22.
I still don't believe
So
Cooper
that's
settled
what
for
it's
that.
looking
Cooper's a nice guy. It's a long contract though. But God,
So
Cooper.
you gotta think about it. Nowadays, since players are all getting banged up, you actually got to get the most you can and as soon as you can. So
That's a long
it's one of
contract.
those deals. So I think that's what you think about it. If Deebo's really going to keep doing what he's doing or not doing it, he's trying to get his money and trying to secure his guarantee. You think of it. That's what they're mostly looking at. If he's guaranteed 75 and whatever else, he's looking for that because.
Yeah, there you go.
That's kind of what his base is right now. He's looking
They
for his
gave Cup
guarantee and
75.
how much he's going to get a year.
Debo has to get at least 80. 80 mil guaranteed.
No, that might give him a little, or maybe $2 million more, so it evens out. But
Okay, 77?
I'd be shocked if they get made. So yeah, 77 or what? Let's say if he's 75, 77. So that's what it's looking at. They're not going to go too crazy because then you got to think about it. Let's just say they do pay people, and then you got Ayuk. But what if say Ayuk balls up? So then what are you going to do then? You're going to keep Ayuk or you're going to let him go? So you got to look at that. No, you want to pay him, and then you got to look at Bosa. You got to pay Bosa too. So you don't want to go a little bit too crazy because then you're gonna have
you got no leverage to go up.
I
I don't know how we did it, but we ran out of time. I tell you what, I'm gonna be back tomorrow though. You off today, huh? I heard the baby. The baby is not at work with you.
No, they just changed my hours for this week, and I'm gonna go back to my regular schedule next week.
All right, so good tomorrow.
I might not come on tomorrow because I'm gonna be watching the game.
That's why I knew it.
Game,
That's why I didn't come in yesterday. I'm coming in tomorrow. I don't care when the game's over. Because people will say, "Hey, Ronbo, man, you an NBA fan or an NFL fan?" I said, "I know, but this game is interesting. I can't stand it."
I know, we all like football, but it's just we got other sports. They just football ain't year round. Gotta watch something else.
Especially this series. Interesting. We're going to find out tomorrow, though. I don't even know. If the game is over early enough, you can join us anyway. All right, fam.
Yeah, all right. Have a good night.
Have a good night. You too. Thanks. She said good night, too. Let's go check out It's E. Hello, come in, E, come in, E, come in, E, come in, E. E!
Yes, sir.
Hey, get on in there, man. Huh? I don't know what's happening now.
Man, I'll tell you, they be switching it up on me, calling me E because I'm up in England right now. You know what I'm saying? God damn, you ain't gonna believe the shit I heard today.
What, Jack? Go ahead.
I haven't slept because you know what? In a few hours, guys, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle are sick and tired of getting slapped in the USA, so they're having the first duo in the O2 in London in September 3rd, and the tickets are going on sale at 10 a.m. London time. So I'm so excited, man. I can't start to check in today with y'all.
Jack, if a Brit runs up on that stage and slaps either one of them, I think I'll pass out laughing. That'll just do me in. I said, look, Chris, you and Dave, there's no place you can't go where somebody don't want to slap you. And these guys pay big money to get in there just to get that opportunity.
I'm telling you, man. I'm getting me 2 tickets because out over here, man, everything gets sold out in minutes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm staying up for that. But talking about this, all this drama and stuff with this mini camp and stuff. I don't know what irritates me more, man. You know what I'm saying? These dudes coming on stage and trying to attack these comedians or John Lynch and Shanahan high-fiving after a draft pick when they show us that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like what they did with Solomon Thomas. Just like it was all these damn busts that we get, and they're high-fiving thinking that they hit the lottery like when they traded up
Jack, you had to bring that
last
up? Not
for
Solomon
Trey Sermon.
Thomas. Oh, my God.
No, but even with Trey Sermon, man, you saw that last year when they high-fived that high-five, like, yeah, man, we hit the lottery by trading up and getting Trey Sermon.
Jack, you're
like,
scaring me, man. This is true.
I'm just saying, man, I ain't playing, but
Jack,
with
at the
Ray
same
Jackson-
time, nobody high-fived. We picked out Fred Warner. Nobody high-fived when we picked out DJ Jones. There's been some great. Nobody high-fived.
Yep.
Nobody said a word when George Kittle got picked up. So you know what? You got a great point.
Hey, man, I'm just saying it's Pac-12. It's a defensive lineman. You know, Shanahan went to Stanford, so he loves these Pac-12 dudes. And, I'm just like, man, I'm kind of hesitant on this stuff. When I was like, man, we had Nick Bonito right there, who I felt was the closest person left on the board to be Micah Parsons or something like that, possibly. But I'm hoping Drake Jackson, you know what I'm saying, with his bend and everything like that, but also doesn't turn that into an Eli Harold, who also had a nice bend and a huge first step, if you remember. But also was bad against the
Harold was good, wasn't he?
Pump the
Coming out of
brakes
school.
today.
That's right. I forgot about Eli Harold.
Virginia Tech, all these, man. But hey, man, I'm just saying, dude.
Pac-12.
Ray McLeod hooking up right now with Trey Lance is looking great. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the injury to the rookie. So watch out for. I mean, shit, man. He ain't just a special teams player. You know, we paid him that good money, so. As a special teamer, but this dude's trying to say, man, I'm not just a special temer, man. I can ball out as a number 3 or Ray McLeod.
He's got that quickness, 4. Jack. You know, quick. I sometimes with the receiver, I like quick more than I do straight line speed because I want you to get that defender off of you and get ready for that ball. So this sounds good.
And you know what? I'm not worried. I'm not worried about my boy. Brandon Ayuk, because he always does this shit in the beginning, and then the first few games he's trying to get settled in, but then he turns it up midway and throughout the playoffs. You see what he did at Dallas.
Nobody's ever going to forget that.
CD Lamb, because CD Lamb was in the building, so you had to let them know, no, I was better than CD Lamb. Look at doing all these crazy ass catches. So I'm not worried about him. And Deebo's gonna be Deebo. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna figure some shit out like that. But as a wide receiver, me and you were just talking about Jerry Rice and our dude from Dallas Cowboys,
Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin, man, those were the great days. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me be a great receiver. It wasn't for this damn ACL, man. They would have not only called me the 7-Eleven in high school, they would have called me the 7-Eleven in the NFL, man. Because I'm always goddamn open, baby. You can hate me, but I love me. My love me some me, man. We coffee out here with our wide receivers in Northern Cali, baby, all right? Yeah, man, it's your boy checking in, man. Watch out for that Dave Chappelle show because your boy's going to be on the damn stage. And I ain't going to be whooping nobody's ass either, man. Modesto's going to be on the map September 3rd. Y'all check it out. I don't know where it's going to be on Netflix or whatever, but the first duo, since they got their ass whooped, is coming to London. Ain't that ironic? Oh, man.
They got to go
have
up
a good one. I'm just
all right, Jack. I'll be back tomorrow if you got time. Be looking for you. All right, Jack.
Hell yeah, man. Love y'all. Keep it rolling.
I'll be back, fam. All right, here he goes. Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock. Pretty soon, can you watch? I can see him now going up on the stage with the catcher's gear on, Wait, okay, Jack, there is an E. Let's check with the E again, see what the E. Okay, the E person is probably not good. Brock, Trey threw a pass today. Give him a gold jacket. I mean, you know what? The reason why there could be a little overreaction is because the fact of the matter is it sounds better to know that he's doing that than not. If he wasn't doing that, my fears would be at a height. I don't want him to go higher. I want to know that he's coming along. Because the truth of the matter is he's got some things to get experience behind, and then we can relax. At least I can. Hey, Casey.
Oh, why'd you have to wake me up, Ronbo?
Okay. Chicago, was that? Mike, I think that was for you. In case you do not be sleeping on Chicago. The deep dish pizza capital of the world. I gotta tell you one thing I do love about Chicago. Oh, I love me some deep dish pizza. Oh, the sauce seems
It's the best pizza, that's for sure.
I tell you about God, Jesus. And
Nothing like it.
Oh, it's so good. That's a real pie. I'm talking depth and everything. Casey, don't get me started talking about food. Casey, how you doing?
It's okay, Mo. Ronbo, you know what, man? I've had better days. And you know what? I'm calling in with a little bit of a different message that I would like to kick this show off with tonight, if you don't mind.
Well, I do not. Go ahead.
So, no, man, I just want to say this is not easy to say, Ronbo. I'm getting out of an abusive relationship, and I got some help today. I really needed the help, and I think there's a lot of people in this world, men and women, that don't get the help they need. They don't look for help. And so I encourage anyone listening that's going through an abusive relationship to seek help, get classes, go to a resource center. There's a lot of help. There's a lot of incredible help out there. There's a lot of good people. And so with that said, I hope the Niners whoop that Seahawk ass this year, Ronbo.
But Casey, I just want you to know that I heard what you just said, and I appreciate that fact that that is looking good for you, and your message is a good one. Don't sit and just let that continue. It could make you crazy. So
and Ronbo, there's good and evil in everybody, and I think when people say they don't judge, they really mean to say they don't condemn. And I just want to say forgiveness is a powerful thing. So,
well, good. All right. Yeah. So, you made some good decisions, it sounds like, and things came out. All right. Good stuff from here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, smooth sailing, Casey. All right. Anyway, go ahead.
So, yeah, man, what's shaking, Ronbo?
Yeah, I'm just looking at, and Jack came in and talked about the Slap Brothers, Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle doing a show together. But he pointed out that also, guys, every time we start hooping and hollering about people, and he did pick out something that really bothered me for a second, the Pac-12 players. Casey, have we got anybody from the Pac-12 of late that we can actually say yay? I'm thinking about the guy we have for the offensive lineman. We had Solomon Thomas. Have we picked anybody else?
I'm not sure, Ronbo. You know I don't watch college.
I know, but you know what? Pac-12 football players, you want to, ideally, the best division to get ball players from is the SEC.
Okay.
It really is. Southern football is where you get the best ballers.
LSU.
Yeah. So,
Shout out Patrick Willis.
Yeah. See, you got to be careful.
Frank Gore. Shout out Frank Gore.
See, Florida. It hasn't always been the case. Remember, your best football players used to come out in the Pac-12. You look at SC, used to be a machine for stars. In the NFL.
Well, it's really interesting, too, with what Deion Sanders is doing right now, right?
Yeah. Deion's over in Deion's having some problems with there's some arguments going on amongst coaches about who's recruiting who and how they're going about doing it. I don't want to get into that.
It's a weird landscape, isn't it, Ronbo?
It is. How you going to point fingers?
Yeah.
Recruiting all over America's always twisted. It's always illegal. I bet you, Casey, you could go to any school, any of the big schools that compete every year, and you can find 3 or 4 players in each campus that you can disqualify. No problem. If you really investigate what went wrong or rules have been violated. Come on. So, But that's why we have the NFL, because those are good products. They went to the best schools and excelled their career, because there's a lot of great players in small schools that couldn't get into those big schools. And,
Yeah, like Jerry Rice.
Yeah. See? And I don't know how he didn't get into a big school, but there's a lot of players like that.
I know, right? Yeah, and Bill Walsh just happened to find him and
Scouts.
Yeah, so.
Wouldn't you love to be a scout?
Yeah, man, Ronbo,
riding around.
I would, Ronbo. I would so love to do that, Ronbo. Especially for the Niners, man. I'd love to work for the Niners. I've tried to, but it's tough to get a foot in the door, man.
Tough. And I wonder how
not everybody's daddy works for the Santa Rosa Press Democrat, Robo. You know what I mean?
but that individual doesn't. He's not a scout. He's just.
He wants to be. He thinks he is.
You think? Can you imagine?
I think he thinks he's on the team. I'm pretty sure Grant's ready to take Robbie Gould's spot.
Oh, God. But, riding into these little one-horse towns and, because some of the best ball players are going to come from those kind of places because their families aren't able to put them in a position where they can go to those big schools and be discovered. You drive in. You had to get a ride in, and dust is flying all over. You get into this campus. You see this kid play. Whoa. Now, here's a secret. You're back on the phone with John Lynch. John, I got something here you're not going to believe. I'm going to send you the footage. Don't let anybody get a hold of this, or we're going to lose this kid. Wouldn't you love to be able to do that? Man.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like, I think the best thing that John Lynch does is, judge character. And that's something I would really like to do for the 49ers.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've tried to work at NFL Films. I'd really like to work at NFL Films. That'd be really cool.
Oh, you'd probably do that. Because you got footage and you got skills in moving footage around and making it look crazy. You got to be able to do that. Voices. What's his name used to do though? Yeah, Jimmy. Well, I know about that, but some scouts cover big areas, not just one small. You don't just live in one town and sit there and do that. But go ahead.
No, it's a tough job. Yeah, it's a really tough job, but I imagine I would have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. Anyway, we can't get too excited about some of the players we pick up in the draft unless Pac-12 is something I've been staying away from anyway too. So I know what Jack's talking about.
Well, Ronbo, I figure it's June, so it's okay if we get a little off track tonight. So
and we did. It's okay. It was fun. Always fun to talk to you, Casey. I can't remember the last time you called in. We'd have fun. We got to go now, though. I'll be back tomorrow, though, looking for you. All right?
All right. Well, no, the last time I didn't have fun was when Niner Mike was going off about Jimmy like 2 months later. So, anyway, Ronbo, I'll talk to you later, man. I hope you have a good night. And appreciate the hell out of you, Ronbo. It's the best part of my day, to be honest, actually, Ronbo. So take it easy, man. Later, bud.
Looking forward to talking to you tomorrow. Night, Case. And let's slide on over to Howard. Hey, Howard.
What's going on, big dog?
Howard, man, we just sitting up here, man. We're tripping on the because this is all we got. People don't understand the reason why we talk about camp the way we do is because we got nothing else to go off of. Can't wait for the season to start. So maybe we do blow things a little bit out of proportion. But Trey didn't look good today, or yesterday, should I say. And they didn't work out today because Kyle's looking so good. You guys can take tomorrow off. We're going to do film study, and we'll come back here a little later. And then Drake. And then I got brought back down to earth. Howard, Drake played for USC, a broken program where the coaches all got fired. But he stood out. And the 49ers, we don't care for the Pac-12. Get all over here and we'll play some 49er football. Howard, are you scared?
I'm scared?
Are you scared? I mean, Jack just made me realize Pac-12. I think it's still going to be a good football.
I'll be scared. I would be scared to get hit by Drake. That's for sure.
You see? See, that's what I'm hoping. And I'm hoping he makes sure everybody else is scared, too. Nick Bosa likes him. Samson and Bookum's talking. They're giving rave reviews on him. I says, okay. Yeah. Usually veterans don't come in hooping and hollering about nobody. But they started it about Drake.
That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited about Trey, man. Like Trigger Trey is gonna show up that cannon and let off all them rounds right down the field, man. I can't wait.
Trey, that could stick. Deservedly so. I hope so. You see, here's the thing, though. They got to get that offensive line in quick, fast, and hurry. Make sure that offensive line has got some support going on. you look at that line, and I don't usually like to talk about it because it's a downer. I'm looking at Michael McGlinchey coming off of a serious injury. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at Aaron Banks, but Trent Williams has endorsed him as being, y'all ain't got to worry about this. I think he's going to be all right. He didn't say, I definitely believe he's going to be all right, but he's going to be all right. All right, Trent, I'm going to take your word for it. And then we're going to have Jake Brendel at center. Mm-hmm. I don't know who's going to be I don't know who's going to be at right guard. Just put a can of right guard out there and just push the button on psst, psst, and then, every time somebody runs at him, just spray him. Because I don't know what they're going to do about right guard. They're going to have a competition, Howard.
Hey.
I don't know who's going to emerge.
Yeah.
We got a lot of candidates.
Competition is always good, but Ronbo,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It brings the best out of everybody. And, I mean, even when, when we had our great O-line back in 2010, 11, we really didn't know what we really had other than Joe Staley. We had Upati, Anthony Davis, and
don't forget the Rhino.
We picked up Jonathan. Yeah. And who's the other guy, the right guard? I forgot his name.
Left guard, I remember.
Alex Boone. Yeah, Alex Boone. Yeah, you said his name, Rhino. Yep.
Alex Boone. Hey, wait. Alex was on the left side, wasn't he?
I believe he was on the right
because Anthony
side.
Davis was the tackle. Potty was on the right side, that just goes to show you.
Potty was on the left. Potty was on the left.
Who's on the right?
Alex Boone.
Was Boone playing the right side?
Mm-hmm.
At any rate, it just goes to show you that offensive line was pretty good, especially with AB. AB, boy, Anthony, AD. What I used to look about AD and Alex Boone, if anybody did something abusive to the quarterback or even our running backs, they would hunt the dude down for the rest of the game. We need an enforcer type. You know what that could be? Since he's got a real bad temper, it could be Javon Kinlaw. Howard, can you imagine making Javon Kinlaw mad? Grant Cohn knows what it means to make Javon Kinlaw mad. So I want a football player to know what it's like to make Javon Kinlaw mad and have Kinlaw gunning for you the rest of the day. Oh!
Well, let's hope he brings that same venom and energy. That's all. That's all you ask for, right? If you could do that on a live stream, you could do that on the field.
Yeah. Wow. Just looking at him scared me. The way he was talking and stuff flying out of his mouth. He was opening up his mouth wider than I've ever seen any human being open his mouth. Keep my mouth. I backed up from the monitor. Damn. Javon, you're scaring people, man. Chill out. I felt sorry for Grant. Grant had at the camera at an angle where he looked real small because he had it way back like this, right? And you see this big mouth opening in front of him, just like he's about to bite his head off. Damn! Oh!
Oh my God!
So
listen, all I care about from this point on from Javon, prove us all wrong.
Yep.
We want to know, do you really got it? That's it. That's all we want to know.
He's motivated. He's got to back it up now, Howard.
He got it.
Yeah.
Hope so.
He even said so.
I hope so. He looks great.
If I don't do well this season or something to that effect, if I don't, then you can talk about me. Man, see, Javon, I feel sorry for anybody, offensive lineman, thinking, you know what, he could get a little stronger, though. Did you see, I saw him and Deebo walking together. Granted, Deebo's a big dude. Do you know Deebo's wider than Javon across his shoulders?
I had no idea.
Yeah, they was walking together. I was watching Lombardi's clip, and he says, look at this clip. If you notice, that's Deebo Samuel to the left of Javon Kinlaw. Look at that. Look at the span, the upper body span compared to Kinlaw. This goes to show you why Deebo Samuel is who he is, and the 49ers are going to continue to use him more than just a wide receiver. That's a load coming down the track. Howard, you make a lot of people's made business decisions when Deebo's coming down the track like that. If you don't hit him low,
Yep.
you're risking injury, serious injury. That's a big dude. And the legs ain't little either. Ooh, pay him, Niners. Pay that big ball. Wrecking machine. Woo!
Yeah, back in my day, I was built like that too. Big legs, and you know what I'm saying? I was running everybody over too when I was playing. So I know how he plays.
See, that's a
I enjoy it.
You that dude I used to hate to play against, playing in the secondary. See, because I used to tell dudes up front, man, by the time that dude getting the secondary, getting through y'all, man, the time he's got his knees up in his eyes, he's running and churning, y'all got to pay me extra to bring that most down, man. Y'all got to do your job up front, you know. Because, Jesus, dudes, because you could hear that bam when you hit him, especially if you coming at an angle. Bang, you that bell, boom, in your head. Get up, nose is just, bring that stuff back here. And realistically, I was thinking, man, would y'all stop this dude, man? Just slow him down at least. So, you know, football's crazy, Howard. Howard, think about it. A grown man playing football is insane when you think about it. Because when you think about how rough that game is as a kid, and then grown men playing together, that's insane. But I love it.
Listen, man.
Getting paid big bucks, huh?
We need the smash mouth back. We need the smash mouth football back, man. Tired of all this flag football drama going on. Hey, you can't touch him. No, you can't touch him. No, flag.
Administration, refs, league wants to see more of the studs stay on the field for longer. They're going to make it more gentle in the years to come. Watch. But Howard, we got to go. Let me look for you tomorrow, fam. If you got time, hopefully you do.
Hopefully, man. I'll try to link up, brother.
All right, Howard. Have a great night, fam.
Hi, big dog.
I was with that park. I love it. That Howard. And all right, fam. Let's go down Texas way, where Bill is doing everything he can to make Cowboy fans uncomfortable. Bill, our man. Bill, is Shania? Are you bothered? Is Shania upset? What's up? You okay?
Oh no, we were just messing around. What's up? I didn't realize.
Bill, am I right? You and Shania are residing in the great state of Texas right now, aren't you?
Yeah, they don't like me too well.
Yeah, I was just commending on the work you're doing out there to make sure that Cowboy fans are not walking around real comfortable when you're in the area. I like that.
No, they're not comfortable at all. I'm in my Niner shoes, Niner hat, Niner glasses, Niner shirt. If they had Niner jeans, I would be wearing Niner jeans. Niners all day.
And Bill, you love breaking into conversation with those folks wearing that Dallas blue, don't you?
Ask them how they're feeling, and they walk away. They're not too happy about that now.
It's all right, because it's going to be a fun year. And I think it's too bad we don't get to play Dallas this year. I think we're due to start playing. Usually it's scheduled the Dallas we get every 2 or 3 years, and then we get them for like 2 years in a row or something crazy. I don't know what they're doing with Dallas. Yeah.
If they can make the playoffs, we could easily just beat them.
Oh, yeah, well, and there's a playoff situations too, but,
Just send them home again. Make memes of them. That was so entertaining.
And Stephen A. Smith is, Stephen A. Smith still runs that clip every now and then of Cowboy fans standing in the bleachers crying.
Man, we need to do memes now.
Angela, I tell you. Oh.
Yeah. I just love those memes. I mean, it just. We didn't make the Super Bowl. I mean, it's not good to feel that way, but, at least you got a good feeling at the end of the year.
You got rid of the Cowboys.
First. Yeah.
No, really, we went through some talent. You got rid of the Cowboys. You got rid of the Packers. We don't. There's no need that. We cannot hang our head for this last season. The Rams finally escaped. But it's still. They got
it won't
lucky.
happen again. I'm not worried.
They got lucky.
Luck won't strike twice for them. got lucky. It won't happen. And for Ready to Blow and Marketing Slow, they end up going into hiding again. They're just feeling good until the new year, and new season starts, and then their team gets eliminated, and you won't see them again.
Yeah. Let's pay Cooper
No,
Cup.
I mean, I just looking back. I mean, no matter how Trey Lance does, we have a stout defense. I mean, our offense is good. At least we won't have him giving the ball away to the other people. So, good chance we could win it. But just imagine we win it with a rookie.
Well, you know, it's God's program. I like Cooper Cup. Now, Cooper Cup was surrounded by a lot. Well, you know what? Yeah, honestly, Cooper Cup was not surrounded by a lot of great talent. He had less talent than Trey's going to have this year, actually. So
Trey
when
Lance
I look,
is way better than Dak Prescott.
he is.
I'm
But
sorry
the thing is, I'm saying is, Trey's
So
surrounded
fair.
by a solid team. As I was thinking that, so was Mac Jones, but maybe not. Mac Jones. We're going to see this year if that means anything. Because last year I was thinking, you know, everybody said if Mac James came to San Francisco last year, he would have had a good season because of his pedigree. Now, Trey has gotten trained up for the most part, going to Dakota, spending out a year learning from the 49ers and Jimmy. So all he's got to do is come in and pretty much run the program his fashion, which is yet to be seen. You know, but we're going to find out. He's going to have to learn some things the hard way. There's just no way around that. His first year in the NFL, really on his own, right? And defensive coaches are going to say, "We got something for him," and then he's got to get past that, and then they'll know not to do it again. You know, so we'll see.
The only team I can see really trying to get Wells Fitz in the NFC West is the Lambs. The Cardinals ain't going to do much, and the Seahawks, they're done. They're on a rebuild mode. And we own them, and there's some unfinished business there. Another sweep in that division again on them. So all we got to do is beat the Cardinals and beat the Rams. Seahawks would be a walkover now.
See, Bill, don't say it too many times, though, because that's why I know the Seahawks are probably going to give us some competition, only because we're going to be sitting. Bill, I can sit down. We're sitting there at the half. So the 49ers, even though Russell Wilson's no longer a thorn in their side, are trailing at the half 17-12. I'm going to lose my mind, Bill. If we indeed.
That's not happening. That's pure
that
fantasy. That's not going to happen in reality. You get a little bit of faith, Rombo.
No,
they would have scared you because I say it that it's not going to happen. That's not true. It's called keeping the faith. And any clown out there that's not a Niner fan that wants to say that, you're just hating. We're keeping the faith.
Bill, I'm just saying, the last 2 years, when they found a way to pull off a win, they had no business even then getting away with it. Weird things fall into place. Bill, that touchdown on special teams that they pulled, how the hell did that happen? You know, those are the things I'm talking about that make no sense, that the Hawks just come in with a 4-leaf clover. And is Pete Carroll Irish? I don't know how in the world. I got some going. Let me let you talk because I got to get this out of my chest. Go ahead, Bill. How in the world do they keep pulling that off?
Because they had Russell Wilson. He's now in Denver. There's no run.
And we got to play them.
So, worry about Denver. They're a good team. But we can pull off hopefully a win on that. I feel we could. We've owned Denver before. If somehow they were actually beat us, and it'd prove that the only way the Hawks have owned us was through Russ. Now Russ ain't in Seattle. I'm not worried about the sea chicken. What you need to do, Ronbo, when you get off the show, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Go get you some bird. Go throw it in the oven. Relax.
I'm gonna do an entire ritual that I'm gonna. If there's no such thing as Seahawk, I'm gonna get some close thing to it. Roast it up, put some gravy on it, and just do that. Bill, we gotta go.
Give me a Niners shout out, and keep the faith, my guy.
Do it. You know that. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Bill, you and Snide have a great night.
And one more thing, you stupid marketing slow and ready to blow. You're not going to get another win on us. Go back to the circus show. Have a nice day.
Night,
You
Bill.
clowns.
Bryant, come on in, Bryant.
Hey, Ronbo, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, come on in.
Perfect. Well, once again, thank you for having me on your show. I always like calling in. I don't call in as much as I want. But
it's always a pleasure.
I listen almost every time that you go live. I'm definitely Ronbo stands right here.
Well, thanks, fam.
Hey, you got to see the wobble?
No. I've watched one highlight, and when I seen the throws he made, they were normal. I mean, the tight spiral in practice. Did you send me a clip or anything or something? I haven't seen anything. I've heard about the wobble a lot.
No, I just figured you've seen the highlights that they've been busting out of camp. The other content creators, but
yeah.
No, I don't. The little passes that I've seen from them, little or big passes, there might be a little bit of a wobble, but does it really matter as long as the ball gets to where it needs to be?
Well, the thinking probably is if there's a wobble, it's losing velocity. We'll see. I'm sure the coaches are probably working on that.
And with his finger injury, they said that could be the cause of it too. But again,
Not
there's been
now.
a lot of quarterbacks throughout history that's straight thrown the ball, and they've not had a perfect spiral, and they've done.
Oh yeah,
pretty
not
well.
all the time.
They won
It gets away.
championships. So as far as the wobble going, if it really continues to go, I really don't care as long as he throws it to where he needs to throw it to. And if he can still throw it all the way down the field and it wobbles all the way there, as long as it doesn't look like he's kicking a ball, like a punter, then I think we'll be okay.
The wobble's get it.
Yeah.
No, he's got to fix that. I thought his finger was fine though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what they're saying is the cause of his wobble. So it's his muscle memory. And he's falling back to how he was throwing it last year.
Ready to roll. Okay, he's got to work that. You lose a little velocity if that ball's doing that. Remember last year when we saw that ball, I've never seen anybody do that. That shows he's got a really powerful arm. That ball wasn't spinning. I saw a couple shots. That ball didn't spin. I've never seen that before.
No, but it sure did go up into the air and look like it made it the distance. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Where it's almost been like
kudos
like
to the arm
just
strength.
moving straight across the. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
He
But I didn't know that was physically possible. The way the ball is designed is what I'm talking about, Brian. As soon as that ball spins, as soon as the fan spins off the laces, it goes into a rotation.
Right, and it's almost like he's not throwing it; he's lobbing it down the field, where he's just grabbing it with his hand and just throwing it without any grip on it.
Like a shot. I just realized you could do that if you don't hold it by the thread and hold it by the. Yeah, you maybe would. Still, I don't know how you do that. Anyway, that has to be fixed.
I just really think it's all overanalyzed. Everything's overanalyzed. Everybody was screaming for Trey to come in last year, and now we found out he's got an injury. And everybody who really paid attention last year knew he got injured in training camp. He got injured against the Cardinals. There's been reasons why he wasn't in the game, and now it's come out, and it's like old news, and everybody's like acting like it's brand new news, and it's not. And now it's going to be his year to start, and he's got a lot of good camp behind him, and more training camp to come. I think team's ready to roll. So
they'll be fine. Overall, you look at this team; it's just got such talent that. And again, you got to let the whole team lose and win. And we've seen that a lot. There was times when we lost and won as a team when Jimmy was out there. And Jimmy, of course, still got all the blame. But a lot of what happens is always going to depend on the entire team effort. You can't expect one guy to be able to – he's supposed to do his job, yes. But you can have another guy on the team undo everything you do, especially from a quarterback's spot. that can ruin things for you. So we're going to see a good team surrounded. Trey's going to be surrounded by a lot of talent. We should be fine.
Yeah, quarterback, they win or lose the game, and they get that blamed on them whether or not they did or didn't. But that's the
No,
spot
when,
they're
in Jimmy's case, when we won the game, it was mostly about the team. When we lost the game, it was all about Jimmy. That's one of the reasons why I stand up for him. Because to me, that's such a crock of crap. I can't stand it. I run to his rescue then. So, yeah, this team is surrounded.
That's what I think, too, is a lot of people, they're going to say, oh, I'm a Jimmy stands or whatever. But, no, he's a good quarterback. He might be injured or he might not be able to do certain things, and I don't think that's all of it either. I think a lot of it had to do with Kyle Shanahan. And think about, why didn't Kyle Shanahan really want Tom Brady? Because Kyle Shanahan wanted to be the focus. Kyle Shanahan wanted to I won the Super Bowl, not Tom Brady. So I got Jimmy Garoppolo, and we won the Super Bowl. It's me, not Jimmy Garoppolo. I think it's a lot of an ego trip on certain things like that. And when it comes down to it, he started telling him, you're not playing backyard football. You're playing what I need you to play. Then he got injured. And then from there, we probably should have got rid of him when he got injured, but they gave him another chance, and then, still, he did really good, and, then he got injured again after the Super Bowl run, so, he hasn't been healthy, and that's the biggest problem.
That's Jimmy's biggest problem, actually.
You can't do anything.
Hey, you know what's really funny, though, Bryant? Every other year, and usually odd, even number of years, and I hope this is not just one of those jinxes, this goes back a long way. We do well in odd numbered years. I try not to pay attention. If we do well this year, it will break the spell. We got to do well this year. 2022.
We got a lot to look forward to, but I don't think anybody should really get overhyped, and start naming Lance the king. Let's let him play some football, and let's not put too much on his shoulders. I'm not saying he can't play football or he won't be great or his statistics won't be better than Jimmy's. I'm just saying let's not knight the guy or king him before he even wins the ring.
You got to look at it realistic,
Brian. King Lance.
Let him come in and learn. He's going to have to learn on the job. There's some things he's never seen before that he's about to see at the NFL level. We're talking about a guy that played 1 year of college. And can you imagine? I mean, he's going to be fine, but he's still going to see a lot of things. He's going to say, whoa. He's going to have them whoa moments a few times, and then he'll be okay.
Yeah. I think that's why he's really lucky that he's in our team, because we do have a lot of veterans. We have a lot of players that know how to play. So, and Kyle, I'm not going to think to baby him or hide him, but if they don't make him win the game, they just make him play good football, we're going to win. Our defense is strong enough. Our defense is so strong. And if anybody thinks I got to get going. I know, but I got to say
running over.
I got to say it. If anybody thinks that, we can just sleep on Seattle, it's not just Russell Wilson.
You and me. We're the only guys, Brett.
Go look at the record. It was also, Mike Holmgren. There was Hasselback back then.
Stop,
come on, guys.
Don't bring it up.
All right. Hey,
we're beating them
I'll
this year.
call in again. All right. You have a good night. All right. Yeah, we are. We better, or it's not going to be nice. We'll have to sell that Golden Gate Bridge or paint it green. So, all right. Good night, Ronbo. I'll talk to you later.
Same here, fam. Give my best to the fam. All right. Talk to you later. See, Brian and I are on the same page. There's something very mysterious about what goes on between Seattle and San Francisco. I don't know what it is, but they gotta sweep. This is a year. They look like ass. We gotta beat them this year. Hey, yo, Ellis.
Yo.
Ellis, come on in, man. Yeah.
What's happening?
Like every program, I'll come in with a particular subject matter. And then somebody will bring something up to make me think that, damn, that's true. I was going off on, I said all kind of great things about Trey, like, you never hear me do that because I'm waiting to see what he has to offer before I pass my final judgment on him, right? He looked good today or yesterday, did a lot of things that I was kind of relieved to hear. People still talk about the wobbly pass, but I think the 49ers will fix that. And then you got Drake Jackson, right? I forgot he come out. Fam, Drake Jackson's not the Pac-12. Jesus, I forgot about that. Pac-12 has got how many players representing and anybody saying anything good about? Oh, This is going to be an exception to that rule, though, Ellis. Drake Jackson is going to bring fame back to the Pac-12. I'm going to talk myself into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to speak it into existence, you know?
You do?
You got to. You got to. That's part of the motivation.
Nick Bosa likes him. Samuel Abukum says good things about him. I need to hear more from other people, too, but still. Coach likes him. Kasurik. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, you know, the ultimate, you know, the ultimate compliment is going to be, you know, when he's able to show on the field how much he is a compliment to this defense. So that's what I look forward to more than anything. You know, I'm glad that there's, you know, being good things said about him already. You know, he's a big body. He's a big guy. He's, you know, he's real thick. He put on a lot of, he lost a lot of weight. He played like 30 or 40 pounds lighter, you know, one of the seasons. And then, you know, he was down to I don't know if it was 230 something or 240 at one point, and then up until the combine or with the pro day and stuff, he went back up to 270. So I'm not sure what the weight fluctuation thing is about with him. I don't know if it's somebody that was, you know, telling him, oh, you got to put on, you know, more weight so that you can get, you know, you have a better chance maybe of being drafted at a particular position, you know, whatever.
Well,
I don't know what
you know how they do for the combine, so you can move quickly. Yeah. Combine's gonna get somebody.
Yeah, well, he was 270 something from what I understand, or 270,
which is a good size for his position. Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, he's good. You know, Nick was talking about him, you know, having really good bend and, you know, different stuff like that. His flexibility, his athleticism is very, you know, is very much a needed thing on that side. You know, the ball it'd be really good for us to get as much as we can from out of him rookie season as, you know, as possible, because it'll just make for a better, you know, years to come for him if we can get, you know, right out the gate some really great production from out of Drake. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
He's got some people to beat out, but you know, GB Bull just corrected me on something. DeForest Buckner. Eric Armstead. Wait a minute. I want to walk it back. All right. Pac-12, Defoe, Armstead, they represent. All right. They're up in Oregon, so what's all right.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, this, you know, the defense is I think gonna be. I'd say last year. I said it for the past couple of years. If we can get our offense to be equal, you know, to be neck and neck with our defense, that'll just make our team overall that much more greater. It'll be a lot more easier to complete games. We'll have a more of a sure opportunity to, you know, just be able to close out and have everything working in our favor versus us having nail biters and, you know, shit like that, where it's like, okay, defense, come on, you know, dig us out the grave, you know, come on, D, come on. You know, then the defense we can complement each other on both sides of the ball. That's, you know, that's championship caliber team. Those are teams that aren't, you know, wild card teams. Those are teams that are, you know what I mean? And we are worthy of that. We just have to, you know, play up to those standards. You know, I think offensively, the more, you know, complete we are, the more sound and effective that we are. You know, I don't see our season being, you know, even with the schedule, really that much of a strain on us, because we will then, you know, have the, you know, the fair, you know, the well structured balance. Man, we're having that offense just firing. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, the thing is,
weapons.
It's only in the big games that the defense seems to have a problem in the fourth quarter. Because we those games we lost in the fourth quarter, we had leads. So, and with minutes to go, this is something that the 10-point lead. You know what I want in the future? 9 points, 12 points. I'm starting to think it's the 10 that's bad luck. Like the 3 6s means nothing but devil, you know? So what? No 10-point lead. Right. 9 points, 12 points, 11 points, anything but 10-point lead.
Yeah. Keeping teams too close, you know, keeping them in the game, giving them opportunities.
We're going to get that anyway.
We need to get
You're going to get that. Good teams are going to – 49ers are going to be able to run off from a good team. That's not going to end, no matter what the offense does. Good defenses are why teams are in the playoffs for the most part. So those games are always going to be tight. I'm trying to remember the last time a team got blown out in the playoffs.
Shit, we had some teams got blown out. I mean, maybe, I don't know, with a solid defense, not with a great defense, I don't think they get blown out.
But I'm just saying, those games are always going to be nip and tuck.
This past year.
Those games playoffs are always going to be nip and tuck because the reason they're in the playoffs is because they got a great defense. Usually that's every team that usually wins, it's usually because they got a great defense. The offense is going to be good, yes. But when you look at how Mahomes got ran out of that Super Bowl year before last, isn't Patrick Mahomes supposed to be the face of the NFL all of a sudden? And they ran his butt off the field. Brady didn't have to work that hard that day. And but that's usually the case.
Yeah. Well, and that means that there was some flaws, but they had a decent defense. You know, their defensive line was pretty stout, but I don't know if their linebacking core and then the secondary. I mean, they had what's his name? Shasavius, is it?
What team?
Ward. No, the Ward. That cornerback we just got from the Chiefs. They had him, and they had Honey Badger, Travarius. Yeah, Ward. Now he's hurt right now, right? He's got a little bit of an injury going on.
Oh no! Are you serious? No wonder they called practices today. I didn't know Travarius was hurt. I didn't see no report on him being hurt. Oh man!
Yeah, they're trying to keep it under wraps. Yeah, they didn't disclose. They didn't openly disclose exactly what it is. They're trying to keep it, under wraps. So maybe
all
it was
the money
something light,
they paid him. Of course they didn't. I better not be serious.
Hey, you never know, man. Who knows what we'll be looking at? But I'm hoping that pretty much, Deebo's gonna, be able to. I mean, Deebo came kind of, he came kind of thick. You know what I'm saying? Thicker. You know what I mean? To the. He's still a train, though. You know what I mean? That's still one of the hardest to bring down in the league. He's gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? He got muscle under that. He's stoned.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that he'll start whipping himself and getting into shape here pretty soon because he's gonna get that payday. And Cooper Kupp just got his bag, so Deebo's next in line. I don't understand why DK Metcalf still hasn't got paid. It's almost like they say they saved the best for last shit. He's not the best, so why the hell is he getting paid last?
DK, he ain't working out either, so they better do something. Without DK, they're dead meat. Dead meat. They're already bad news. So I ain't gonna say nothing about the Hawks. So me and Brian, Brian Young, we ain't nobody crying. Man, look out for this Hawks. I'm telling you, they're gonna sneak up on us. Else we gotta go though, and be looking for you tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely, Ronbo. Yeah, man. And lastly, Trey, Trey's gonna come do his thing, man. We're gonna, it's gonna be an exciting season. So. Everybody might not be thrilled, but there's a lot of us that are. So, as Niner fans, we could definitely look at some positivity coming from the young world.
It's going to be exciting.
Hey, but don't forget about Andre Carter from Cal, University of Cal, baby. Defensive end, Pac-12. Andre Carter.
Jack, Armstead, and Buckner, too. I forgot to mention that when you were here. All right, I feel better all of a sudden. All right, guys. We gotta go.
All right, fam. Peace and love. Make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe, man. Wipe your feet. You know where you're at. Shout out to all the faithful, man. All the fellas and the ladies out there, man. Love all y'all.
Thanks, fellas. Yo, we all love you back. Shout out to the squad too.
Peace.
And let us go and go to Atlanta and see Tony. Hey, Tony, Falcon Tony. You know there really was a Falcon. Oh, that's Falcon Eddie from that show a long time ago. It was Falcon Tony.
Ronbo, what it is.
Tony, man, it's that time of year. It's just having fun, because ain't no stress yet, So, I was hearing great things about what Trey's doing. People still talk about. I've not seen this wobble they're talking about. Of the highlights and things that I've seen, the ball looked like it was traveling normally. So I'm not sure what this wobble's about.
Ronbo, your fan base is nitpicking. All quarterbacks have some wobble. That's just nitpicking, man.
Yeah, and they've always done that. You see, I even with Garoppolo will throw 4 great passes, but that one throw that gets away. Oh, God, he sucks. He's always doing that. Okay. Guys, we won the game. And the offense
Yep.
did this, and this. You know how many points and how many? And we had three touchdowns thrown, this, that, and yeah, all you remember is the bad throw or 2 or 3. Well, you know what's going to be funny, Tony? You're not going to get a quarterback to ever, from first quarter to fourth quarter, throw nothing but dimes and perfect shots. I don't know what we're expecting, but if we can't excuse that kind of thing, it's going to be another long year. Contrary to what people believe. Trey's going to do fine, but he's going to have his moments. It's human. It's the human element of that position. Every now and then, the ball's going to get away. You're going to get one you wish you had back. You know, it happens. Brady. It happens to Brady. And isn't he considered the greatest of all time now? Even though it pisses me off because Joe Montana, in my mind, still is.
Brady's not the great. Brady is not the greatest of all time, as far as I'm concerned. I don't listen to what these new tubers, YouTubers, millennials say.
Millennials, I know.
They don't study their history. Right?
They don't know anything about football. Agreed.
But Ronbo, there was this one publication, I didn't look at the film, though, that said Kyle Shanahan is about to have another 2016 as far as his offense. And it had a picture of Deebo, Kittle, that kid y'all drafted from SMU, Jawan Jennings, and what's the running back from Louisiana Lafayette that I like? Y'all started?
Tyrion Davis Price.
They had him, LSU, and the guy that y'all already got, the starter, the running back.
Yeah. Elijah Mitchell.
They had them. He said Kyle Shanahan got all the offensive pieces now. He says they're going to have another 2016. I guess.
And I believe that was a Super Bowl year in Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah, that we should have finished the last 3.5 minutes. Yeah.
And see, Tony, that's what I'm saying. You 3.5 minutes.
Y'all got a better defense than we do.
Yeah, well, you see, here's the thing. The defense in Super Bowl 2019 was pretty good. You got Richard Sherman back there. You got J-Dub. You got Emmanuel Mosley, K'Wan Williams. What the friggin' happened with 5 or 6 minutes to go? I don't know. But I do know the refs should have called that one on Nick Bosa getting choked out split second before he's ready to grab Mahomes. That was a pivotal point in that play that Tyreek Hill made that grab.
Yep. And don't believe the hype with the Rams. As you see, they got another one. You said it, Cooper Kupp. So all this money that's being spread around, they're not over the cap. But it's not going to matter, Ronbo. It's not going to matter.
You know, though, Tony, I was told about that. JD came over to Twitch when I was crying about that, and says, you know, a lot of that money can be allocated into bonuses and other measures. They just gave the total. And also the guaranteed money. All that subtracts. But the other Tony, Hawaii Tony, came in and explained that. No, it does not work like that. Every payday has a designated amount against the cap. You can't just bonus it all out or pay it all up front. You know, that's what I'm saying. I said, that's what I thought. And that's why you're right.
But the NFL is a long. And I love our depth. We're 8 deep at the linebacker position because we got the kid Nowakowski from the Raiders who's their starting middle linebacker. He ain't even gonna start. Deion Jones is on the mend. We got him. We got Michael Walker. I'm really hyped about Michael Walker out of Fresno State. I mentioned him in your chat.
Cali boy, Fresno. I like that.
Yes. And then we got Rashard Evans from Tennessee. The Titans, Dean Pease, our defensive coordinator, we signed him as a free agent. We got Lorenzo Carter from the Giants who played at Georgia at outside linebacker. We drafted 2 outside linebackers. And one of them had 2.5 sacks in the Senior Bowl, D'Angelo Malone. So he's going to learn on the fly. We are ready.
Tony, were you guys lacking at that position? Because you seem to have a lot of people that are trying out for that spot now.
Yes, when we drafted one last year, the Kupo Obendeji out of Notre Dame, in the 4th round. Mm-hmm. So he was learning on the fire. Now he's going to be starting, obviously, Lorenzo Carter at the outside linebacker.
Because you mentioned a lot of names. How many of those guys are you going to be able to keep?
Oh, all of them, because we drafted 2 of them, the outside linebackers.
Oh, okay.
We signed Lorenzo Carter in free agency, and Obendeji, he was our 4th round pick last year. These aren't high-priced guys. These are just like 2nd, 3rd year guys.
No,
but Lorenzo Carter's been in the league 4 years.
No, I mean, because the 49ers, I think they're carrying about 4 or 5 linebackers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're carrying about 5 linebackers, Max. You mentioned about 8, did you say? See, because
we play a 3-4.
Okay. Yeah, you got 6 as your minimum.
We don't carry as many defensive linemen.
Yeah, that's right. Personnel-wise, because if we're all about the defensive line, and I'm looking at an army, and I'm wondering a lot of those guys. You know what, Maurice Hurst? If they ask, we're taking votes on who we ought to consider as far as cutting. Maurice Hurst, Kyle, I guarantee you, Maurice Hurst, his calf is going to go out on him before week 1. And it ain't going to ever heal up for the rest of the season. It was scratched every week.
Guy from Michigan that had the heart problems, and then y'all got him, and then he kind of developed with you guys, right?
Wait, who is this?
Maurice Hurst.
Did Maurice have
when he came out?
Did have a condition he played through.
Right. And then he came to you guys. We haven't heard anything about that condition since he got drafted. And then you guys traded for him or picked him up as free agency, and he's developing under you guys. He didn't play much last year, right?
No, he's always scratched because he was on the IR. He was never put on the IR. He was for a little while, but his calf never would behave.
He's a football player too.
Tony, remember the guy from Bama? I believe. Did he have? Oh no, he had a knee or arthritic condition. Who is he playing with now? He got drafted. I just realized something. He was a liability coming into the league. That's what 4 years ago when Bama had that bad front line defense, and he was the defensive end. He's still in the league. I just saw his name the other day, and I says, "Whoa, I forgot about him." And I wanted him in the draft, but the worry was he had some concerns about either a knee, back, or something. But he's still in the league. Bama, defensive end.
Well, the latest word I've heard in the NFL is that Jason Pierre-Paul, who's a free agent, is working out for the Baltimore Ravens. We see how they work. We don't want them.
Ooh. Whoa. Pierre-Paul, how old is Jason JPP now?
He's probably about 32.
Is that all? Okay.
31, 32, yeah.
He's got some football left in him. Probably quite a bit.
Yeah, but we're younger at the line. I like our linebackers. We're younger at the position. We got young veterans, and then we signed Lorenzo Carter, so that was our free agent. He's been a 5-year starter. So.
You got to, yeah. So you need a veteran. You need one to anchor that and keep everybody's head on straight, and and give guidance when needed.
So about secondary too, we got this kid named Jalen Hawkins.
Yeah.
We drafted him 2 years ago out of Cal. Ronbo, watch out for him.
Cal,
he had 5 interceptions last year. Yep, he can hit. Brother man can hit.
Yeah,
matter of fact, his senior year, he led the Pac-12 in penalties for late hits. So we developed them. We had to tone that down. In the NFL, so.
It's better to have to tone that down though, than have to tone it up. Tony, we're gonna go. I tell you what, let me be back tomorrow, and this time I'm serious. I will be back tomorrow. I'm not gonna let the Warriors distract me to the point I can't come and do 49er football.
Ronbo, you got to do what you got to do, man. We'll catch you on your time. Don't even worry about it.
Thanks, fam. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Anyway, though, I'm definitely coming back.
And I got on clickbait Don today. It was light, but I got on him.
You got to get on Don. Oh yeah, got to get him. Don, he likes it. The guy's. He's in the S&M.
Yeah.
See ya.
And just really quick, Ronbo.
Yeah.
That Andre Carter and Solomon Thomas are more built like Drake Jackson. These two twin towers from Oregon that you're talking about, Armstead and Buckner, were freaks of nature that Chip Kelly recruited. So I'm telling you, man, pump the brakes for the moment, man, because I've seen this with Eli Arrow, man.
Jack, don't do this.
But if he does show up at preseason, I'm bringing you for the Slap Brothers.
I'm not taking my girlfriend. I'm bringing you to London to see the Slap Brothers on the front row live at the O2 Arena, baby. If he shows out this preseason,
All right.
I'm bringing Ronbo to see the Slap Brothers with me.
It's getting ready to happen. I'm telling you, Jack. All right, Jack. Tony, we'll see you tomorrow. And we go
I'll
to.
see you tomorrow, sir. We'll talk about your defensive end.
Looking
I like
forward
that
to it.
kid, too. Out of you.
All right.
Have a good night.
Good night, Tony. And let's go over and check him out. Ice, baby. Too cold. Ice,
What's up,
baby.
dog?
Too cold. Ice, I was just talking about the guy that you love to talk about earlier when I started the program off tonight. And I'm liking what I'm hearing about Trey. I know, and some of the things he's getting done. And he's getting familiar with people that he needs to get familiar with and doing a good job. And then, and Ice is, Jack's been working me all evening about Drake because I was getting carried away about him. And he made some comparisons with Drake Jackson and Solomon Thomas. Hurt my feelings so fast. I said, God, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I forgot about that. They are built somewhat alike. Solomon Thomas came out with all the accolades a man could come out of school with and came in and fizzled. Hey, but Ice, his first few weeks of that season, he was in the Pepsi Rookie of the Week and some other things. Solomon Thomas was playing some good football. And then he got hurt. And then he slowed down. I still believe in Drake. Man. Come on, Drake. Yes.
I'm going to tell you something, man. Drake is going to be like the rapper Drake, first of all.
Smooth as silk.
He's going to be dropping platinum hits on him. I'm going to tell you.
That. Platinum hits.
I'm going to tell you, he'll be dropping platinum hits on him. Let me tell you something, man. Before I get to my man Trey, we're talking about my man Drake. You know what? Everybody needs to stop it. The kid's got excellent hands. He got good footwork. He'll get all the things will come to him as the season progresses. You know what I'm saying? Because look who he's playing around. Solomon Thomas didn't play around guys like the guys we have now. That's a big difference. You know, he's with Nick Bosa. He got good veterans around him. Very good veterans.
But Ice, one thing you just pointed out, I forgot to mention also. Remember, they played Solomon T out of position. And then as soon as I'm thinking that, somebody said, yeah, did the Raiders cut Solomon Thomas?
No, that's what I'm saying. And you got to remember this. We didn't have the defense. He didn't have the defensive line coach that we have now.
That's true.
Think about that too. So people, I'm like going all the nonsense.
Drake should be fine.
First of all, he's going to be fine. Last year, let's just drop back to last year really quickly. With the teams, with all the guys we had prior to the guys we picked up. From the end of the season, the last 8 games into the playoffs, our defense only gave them 18.2 points a game. Okay, now
always decent.
We couldn't. Right, that was top 3 in the NFL. Number 1. But we couldn't get it. We just couldn't put points on the board. 18 points a game is good for a defense. That's actually outstanding.
Less than 20, yeah. We lost at NFCCG. What was the score?
To who?
We lost to the Rams in NFCCG. What was it? We lost by 3. What was the score?
It was like, I don't remember, but it was a low scoring game.
Yeah.
The Packer game and that game was low scoring games.
Oh yeah.
Because they got a touchdown in there. Yeah, they were both low scoring games. So I'm not worried about Drake Jackson. He's gonna be fine. I'm not even worried about it. He's got a good defensive line coach who's gonna coach him up.
Also, he's already surrounded by maniacs. I mean, you got Eric Armstead. You got Javon. I just figure John's gonna be fine this year as well.
Yeah,
you got the King at the end.
Bosa,
you got
Warner.
Nick.
He got a lot of studs around him. He's around studs. He becomes a stud. So I'm not stressing. So only people talk. Yeah, so people who do I'm not paying that shit no mind. Now, you talking about my man Trey.
Yeah.
Man, listen, man.
Here he comes.
Bro, I'm telling you, the reason why everybody's going to talk on him, they scared me. They did not want us to get a guy with that kind of talent and with this type of coach and with these type of players around him. He doesn't have to do a whole lot. You understand what I'm saying? Don't turn the ball over. That's one reason why they got him, because he doesn't turn the ball over. He plays in the center. And Andy's been shocked in his need to, but he can play in the center. Okay. Number 3 is that he's developing quicker than they expected. Because if he didn't think he was going to develop this fast, I don't think Kyle would have put him in the mix right now. They would have been starting Jimmy. Okay? So people don't understand that too. Then you look at the other part is that if our defense is only giving up barely, a touchdown and a field goal every game, that we can just do. We're gonna get two touchdowns on the ground anyway. Anyway, that's how our offense is made up anyway. We get 2 touchdowns per game just off the run alone. If he was to maintain that 2 touchdowns off the ground and get maybe two scores of passing, that's 28 points a game, bro. That's just 28 points a game. And with our defense being stout the way they are, that's a good mix. We needed that balance on the offensive side of the ball. We could consistently push the ball downfield, get points in the ball, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. And we're so good on the ground when Callahan and call plays on the ground. That makes it even dangerous because this kid can run the ball too. So a lot of the read options, a lot of mistakes he made last year, and he's a film junkie. Like everybody don't understand. He's got the physical attributes. It goes on between the ears. He gets that part down. That's it, man. The hard work of being a film junkie to change the whole aspect of what people are thinking about him. We sit back and hear the media. Man, listen, tune that shit out. Just tune it out. It's all bait click. A lot of that shit is rumors. They have no sources that have any facts of what they're saying. It's all up and down YouTube. No clickbait. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. Said, Darius was hurt. He's not even hurt.
It's funny though. You got to trash him. The media's going to do that until he proves otherwise. Because you know what? He hasn't got enough done yet. After a few games, which is good because they're saying the things they're saying, and it is getting to him because Trey's actually responding to it. Unlike Jimmy, who never said a word about that stuff, Trey's actually responding, so you know what's going on there. He is not taking it. So he comes in motivated. He comes in exploding. He comes in looking good. So that's good. That's good. Get mad.
They better be ready. I told you what I said the other night, dog. Get your nacho, get your popcorn,
and get ready.
Your hot wings.
Nice.
Okay, get ready. You about to see a show. Oh, I got my tickets for the Atlanta game already.
Good. Well, guys, we got to go.
We'll be here watching.
We're
man,
go.
Not a game, man. Relax, man. Like I said, get your popcorn and your hot wings ready because I'm going to be excited what's about to go down.
There you go. Looking forward to it, too.
Give that man some love, man. Hit him up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Hit them all up, man. Show him some love, man. It's a good
Thanks,
dude,
fam.
man.
Peace out. Thanks, Ice. Peace out, fam.
There
he goes. The Iceman cometh. And it's who? It's Smitty. Come on in, Smitty.
Hey, Ronbo. What's up, pal? I love the temperatures rising in here. It's starting to become Trey Lance weather. I know that what I've been saying over the last couple months has been a little too hot for you, that Trey Lance is going to be king of the NFC. Trey Lance is going to have people be whispering about MVP candidate conversations. I know that's all a little too much for you, but Ronbo, I promise you, by the end of the season, you are going to be on this train fully. I know you're cautious with it, but I can see your excitement, and I like the temperature in this room right now, Ronbo. I love it.
Yeah. I'm hearing some things that I was a little nervous about because I look at things very analytically at sometimes, and I'm putting it all together, and I'm expecting good things. He's got talent. I never said he didn't, but after 1 year of college ball in a division, it's not really one that you really get actually done up enough to bring you right into the NFL. And then you got to come in and you got to learn some things. And I'm hoping that process is one that he weathers that storm. And after that, if he's still standing with a big S on his chest, big T on his chest, I'm in.
I mean, Randy Moss, we could give examples all we want about small schools.
That's not quarterback,
what matters,
though.
Ronbo, is the eyeball test. I've been scouting 20 years professionally straight. I'm telling you right now, quarterbacks is a wheelhouse of mine. Trey Lance is 100% in the same vein as Mahomes, as these guys that have come up and were severely and extremely doubted by about 50% of the population. It fits the mold perfectly. Mahomes couldn't read a defense during his entire sophomore season, didn't play at all his rookie year. And people are going to say immediately, you can't talk about Mahomes, Ronbo. You can't do it. You can't compare the. Why can't we? Why can't we? At one point, people told me not to compare Mahomes to the guy before him. It happens all the time. Whenever you're talking about something that hasn't happened yet, it's uncomfortable for a lot of people, because a lot of people are just like you described. You need to see it before you can buy into it. That's not the game that I'm playing. The game I'm playing is trying to see ahead of the curve. That's what I do, Ronbo. And I'm here to tell you on a weekly, bi-weekly, a quarterly basis until it happens that the Trey Lance movement is here. You'll see in the chat constantly, Trey Lance, king of the NFC. That is coined by me, copyright Smitty.
Oh, you started that
back last year. Ronbo, it's here. The question is, what are the so-called Niner supporters out there and Niner fans? So many of them claim to be Niner fans that have trashed this man. They aren't even rooting for him. How couldn't you be? Why wouldn't you be dual for both these? Okay, I like Jimmy. I like Trey. Whoever's a starter is going to be the guy. There actually, it seems like 40% of the fan base that is actually rooting against and saying such negative things they can't reel it back. Where are these people going to go, Ronbo? Receipt season's here. Where are they going to go when we start whipping out the receipts and saying, you said this about Trey? You're on this list. We got people on Twitter that are making lists of people that have talked trash about Trey Lance. Where are these people going to go, Ronbo, when he is next?
This is a perpetual thing. You're always going to get – the quarterbacks always divide large groups. Always. That's never going to end. It's going to continue throughout next season. That's why there is a such thing as a hater. That's why I've always known that. With me, it's just that all I got to do is be won over. I don't come in with any I just do not prejudge like that. If Trey comes in and proves that he can handle that job, I'll be his biggest supporter. I'm just saying I need to see more before I just make them. I don't have your intuition, Smitty. You can see things in the people before they even happen. That's like, you're a magician, man. And I just want to see something first, and then I'll hang my hat on that.
I understand, Ronbo, and I'm not mad at you. I respect you. You're a goat in the game, and I have nothing but respect for you and your people in here. I just come in once in a while and just have to set the tone. Have to make sure everybody knows Trey Lance season is upon us. This isn't if we have a good season, Ronbo, like if we have a winning record, that'll be a good start. That's not how it's going to go. And it would be a disappointing season if this team isn't in the NFC Championship game facing off against the Rams. That's my prediction. It's Trey and the Niners. It's the Rams. It's the Bucks. It's probably going to be the Cowboys. They're going to have a really good offense. The Cardinals. I'm an Arizona Cardinal fan. I'm not even a Niner fan. I'm an NFL analyst, so I'm giving you my take on this situation, completely unbiased. The Cardinals have one of the toughest, if not the toughest, schedule in the NFL. The Cardinals probably aren't making the playoffs.
And Kingsbury's their coach.
Unbiased. This is coming from an unbiased guy.
Real quick, Sweeney, because we're going to run out of time. AFC West. Give me your thoughts on that. Can you do it within 30 seconds?
The AFC West is stacked. I mean, you're talking about Justin Herbert's going to win the NFL MVP. I do believe the Chargers will win the Super Bowl. People are going to laugh at that, Ronbo, that don't understand the assignment or what time it is, because the Chargers improve their defense. They're going to live in the red zone. Herbert's going to have those 4 and 5 TD games without having to even throw for over 250 yards. Herbert is going to explode in 2022. I'm not saying the Niners won't face off against the Chargers. I'm not saying the Bills don't have a shot. I'm not saying that the Denver Broncos aren't going to be hungry to do what Tom Brady did, move teams, win a championship. Stafford moved teams, win a championship. Russell Wilson, he's going to be in the mix. I believe the AFC West will produce the Super Bowl winner in 2022, but Trey Lance season is upon us in the NFC. And it's going to be a show, Ronbo. It's going to be a show, and I'm here for it. And I'll be here at least every other week to remind everybody what time it is, and it's Trey Lance time.
You got to love Smitty. Smitty, thanks for that. I'm loving it. Tell you what.
Ronbo.
Who's that?
Ronbo, before Smitty go, let me shout him, my boy. This your boy, Learn, a.k.a. Shabazz. Smitty the man, and I agree with him, Ronbo.
I love it.
This is Learn's my boy. Hey, Learn came to me during a meet and greet live stream that I did here at a local pizza place, Lou Malinotti's. This guy Learn is a good dude. This guy Learn, he won. This guy won the free pizza coupon, and he gave it to a single mom that was sitting next to us.
John, come on, Jabash, you wonderful man. What are you talking about? That is awesome.
This guy Learn's amazing.
I love it. Well, Smitty, looking forward to hearing from you as soon as possible. And we'll go now, and good stuff. I love it. All right. We're going to go ahead and see Smitty's going to be back with it, whatever. I love it. Shabazz, you're already on the phone. Go ahead, Shabazz.
Man, I just had to tune in. Hey, Smitty shot me out. He right. He was it was during the playoff game, and we were at Lou Malnati's downtown Phoenix, and I had picked the Bengals to win that game before they went to the Super Bowl. So the Bengals NFC Championship, and yeah, I mean, I won. It was a little prize I won, but I gave it away. You know, hard times. I ain't thinking about that. But what Smitty said, Ronbo, he is a Cardinal fan, but he pays attention. And, I mean, he's very enthusiastic about Trey, you know. I don't think Trey's going to, throw 48 touchdowns, but I think he's going to have a good season.
Yeah, Smitty is like a Cardinal fan, and he even said bad things about the Cardinals. Now, that tells me something about him, you know. I mean, there was no hesitation.
And he's a good dude, man. He invited me out, and because I always be on his show, and I be on live with Raj, Oz 49ers, live with them guys sometimes, and they always invite me in, and you know, we kind of break things down and share. But I mean, I think, like I've always said, I'm gonna stick to it. He is right. I got receipts. I'm not one of those 40%. I think he's gonna have a great year because you and I discussed it the last time. He's gonna have a year that mimics Russell's first year. We're going to run the ball. We will lead the NFL in rushing. We will lead the NFL in rushing yards and rushing average. We'll play good defense. And when you play good defense and you run the ball and don't turn it over, then you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
I don't see him going
Steve Carroll. Carroll. That's Carroll. What's it? What do I call it? Pete Carroll's formula. We play defense and run the ball. When he said that first time, I seen himself, I was laughing. And that's all. That's all Carroll's talking about. So,
and I think, like I said, bro, here's what my fear is, and I've committee already. I'm afraid that halfway through the season, if we sitting at 6-2, 7-1, the Cardinals gonna fire Cliffsbury, whatever his dang name is, and steal Anthony Lynn from us. That's what I'm afraid of.
Because you know what? When Bobby comes back, Anthony. There's probably some understanding already that Anthony's going to do 1 year with us, and then he'll move on because he wants to be a head coach. That's what he is. And you're right. Anthony then would be the perfect coach for the Cardinals.
I unequivocally agree with Smitty on. I think that it will be us in the NFC Championship, and us playing against Dallas.
Dallas.
I got Dallas. Yep. I got Dallas 49ers NFC Championship, Ronbo. That's my prediction. I'm going.
As long as the Dallas fans, we need to play. Well, you know, we might have home field advantage. I actually want to play in Dallas, and have them fans and the cameras trained on that stadium like they did. That was fun stuff.
I think. Just what my prediction is. Somebody in the chat get a receipt. I'm going to tell you who's going to have the worst year of their career, and everybody ain't expecting it. Tom Brady. He will have to retire after this
He was overdue to have it last year. So be careful. Don't bet any money on Tom Brady because that dude, I don't understand what Brady's running on. Brady, you know, even in that game he lost against the Rams, that playoff, he was still firing. And if he had two of his people, he only had one receiver, and Brady was still out there firing. They brought him back. What?
Undefeated. Father Time gonna catch him this year.
Yeah, I know,
and
right?
I'm telling you what, because he could have went out on top, but he was greedy, and it never happened. Now I put him on something else though. I think the Chargers are going to have a good year, but I don't think they're going to win that division. No, I don't.
Who's going to win it?
And I think the Bills are AFC. So I got the Bills coming out the AFC.
But who do you have winning the AFC West? Because that's my favorite question to ask people now, because somebody earlier predicted the Raiders. Who was that that called in and said they got the Raiders?
That's who I'm going with the Raiders.
Are you going with the Raiders? See,
I'm going with the Raiders.
Shabazz, why you want to do that?
That's who I'm. Hey, it's telling you the truth. I'm telling you, they're gonna beat up on the division. Will be won at 10 games. And somehow or another, them Raiders gonna snitch. Still that division. So not gonna dominate. KC ain't gonna dominate like they normally do. And AFC top to bottom, every game is gonna be tough every week. So we don't have to worry about that. The NFC is the weaker of the two.
Right. I do not know. People are picking Kansas City still win that division. I don't understand. You know what? They lost a lot of blood. How are they going to be able to get up enough strength? We'll see.
Ronbo, here's the team. Everybody think will dominate. Tampa will not dominate. Green Bay will not dominate.
Hey, Shabazz, this is the fun thing about you saying what you're saying. Because the thing is, people automatically assume if Tom Brady's your quarterback, you're going to the playoffs and you're probably going to be in the championship game. And from there, it's anybody's guess at this point.
Nope. Sad thing is they're gonna blame it on Leftwich. They're gonna blame it on the coach that they got now, and they're gonna blame it on the defensive coordinator. Tom won't catch none of the blame because Tom is the great Tom, and it isn't Tom's fault. It's the coach's fault. And don't say Shabazz didn't say it first. Trust me, Tom won't get none of the blame because Tom's the GOAT. Everybody else won with Tom. Win with Tom. Yeah. Why not?
Shabazz, I'm gonna go and let me tell you, if you got time, hopefully I'll be back tomorrow looking for you. All right.
All right. Hey, Ronbo, shout out to you. Shout out to my boy Smitty who came in. I had to, man. Shout out to my boy Leon and SoCal because Leon's my dog. To my people in Memphis production. As always, I appreciate you, and I'm going to check in, and as always, bang, bang, not a gang.
I know, Shabazz. You don't go no long time without Shabazz, and I love it. All right, fam. Have a good night, Shabazz.
Yeah.
And let's go check out Fly Guy.
Rumble.
Fly Guy, it's like we're sitting there, and we're looking at the fact that we only got a couple of things to look at. We look at the training camp, and it's exciting news because it's like I look at it like this. Trey is looking good in camp, and then everybody says, "Man, you guys get carried away with that camp stuff." I know. Listen, but let me say this. I always tell the same person, and I've been told that by 3 people not on air. Look, dude, the thing is, I don't want to hear anything bad about Trey. This is the only thing I'm happy about right now. When the pads get on and the contact starts and all that stuff, okay, it's another story. But right now he's looking good. If he'd have been looking bad, then I'd really be crying, all right? Because that's what I'm saying. Don't appreciate everything you can appreciate for now. Don't forget, because Nick Sudfeld came out there and Fly Guy, the dude is throwing INTs. I was like, how are you throwing an INT? How are you? You got ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. Dude, there's no pass rush. Everything gets me. It's like advantage offense at this particular time, and you're out there getting INTs and batted down? Really? So Sudfeld is worrying me. That's why that day we had that program. If something happens to Trey, what are we going to do? But anyway, Fly Guy, Drake, and also I'm going on and on about Drake. And until Jack came and says, remember one thing, Drake Jackson is from the Pac-12. Remember, Solomon Thomas came from the Pac-12. Oh.
Would Drake be undrafted if we didn't draft him?
Well, see, that's probably he would have gotten drafted. I don't know how we got him in the second round so late. But no.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
There's no way he would have went undrafted.
That's what I was saying because the talent he's showing is like, how can he didn't go in the first round? Like, because he looked pretty good to me. See why he went that far.
You always have those penetrating statements. Flacco, can you remember how the draft went? What were the main positions that they were picking up in the first round? I got to go back and look at that. Sometimes there's a
Yeah.
trend every year in the draft. Quarterbacks are usually the trend. The first 2 or 3 picks, people trading up.
They were drafting receivers in the first round this year, isn't it? Number of receivers. I think.
They were, weren't they?
Yeah. And that Trey Lance, one thing I can say about Trey Lance, they say he looked good, whatever, but I'm excited because we have a new QB to see what's going to happen, but we don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to be like, oh, he's going to run the NFC. We don't know what's going to happen because a quarterback, you got to have a short memories. It's all about how you look at the game. So it's going to be a lot of pressure. So when he throw a pick, you got to forget about those pick and come back and make that throw again. Like it's not going to be as easy as people make it seem like. Oh, trade.
Yeah,
we got to see.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point too. The pressure of being a quarterback, you do have to have a real short memory, and you really do have to. You got to have a dividend, man. And you know what, Black Guy, you got to believe in yourself. Now, people got all over Jimmy every time he threw a pick. Oh, that's all he does is throw picks. Well, you know what? If a quarterback never throws picks, that is something to worry too about, because usually that guy has fear. Fear is
they
not.
scared to throw the ball.
Yeah, quarterbacks can't be fearful. He's got to believe in himself. Whatever happens.
And one thing we got to remember too now, Lance got hurt twice while he's on the bench. So that's something to worry about. His thumb he hurt his thumb, and he hurt his knee, and he wasn't even playing in the game. Like he only played 1 game, 2 games.
Yeah.
So we gotta have a backup plan, not just depend on Trey Lance. Like you were saying, you don't.
And Sudfeld.
Yeah, I think Brock Purdy. I have confidence in Brock Purdy. I don't know for what.
I bet he's a better quarterback than Sudfeld.
Yeah, he's like somebody who shocked the world. Like people like, wow, this is the guy.
Sudfeld, man. I don't know why. Well, you know what? That's like there's nobody out there. There was no veteran you could bring in that doesn't cost too much and can get anything. Sudfeld doesn't cost any money. But people say, man, every team in the league is in the same boat. If your starting quarterback goes down, every team is screwed. Is that right?
Not really? Not really. Remember what the Jet did when Zach Wilson went down?
I know they looked better for a couple of weeks. Who was that?
Yeah, they caught fire. They're like, whoa, it looks like we got a QB here.
That dude looked good, actually.
Yeah, and then this is what I was thinking you should do. You should, the day Jimmy G get cut, you should have keep that day on the calendar, and every year it will be Jimmy Appreciation Day till somebody from the 49ers. Till somebody from the 49ers go further than Jimmy G, which is winning the Super Bowl. Then there will be no more Jimmy G Appreciation Day.
And see, that's why I always say there's always 2 camps. Every quarterback has 2 camps, right? If the 49ers don't get the Super Bowl next year, I ain't going to be one of them people. But there's going to be a large contingent of people out there talking about exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. They're going to say, I told you I should have kept Jimmy. I told you. So he's going to have a lot of pressure on him. So he better.
Well, the thing is, actually, Black Guy, Jimmy's actually too expensive. If you're going to extend his contract, he's not going to play for less money. You're going to have to put him up in that $40 million area, right? I don't think, no matter what, that was going to be possible. So, and still keep a team around him. I still don't know how Kansas City does it. Mahomes is being paid $1 billion. I don't know how you pay a quarterback that much money and still have money enough to keep a team around him. It's just, some teams got people in the front office, Fly Guy, that can do miracles with the math.
And why is like D Ford think we like a dummy? Every time the season about to start, he play like he's healthy. and then as soon as he on the field, he's hurt, and he collect all his money. He go home. He's trying to do us this year too. Pretend that D4 is healthy. I can get another year, and then boom, he go home.
This is it. Kyle already said it though, Fly Guy. He said, I do not expect D4 to be on this team at the beginning of the season, though. So
they learned the lesson now.
But he's still hanging out. D is still hanging out.
Yeah, because D4, well, he like a what they call a con artist.
Yeah.
That'll just rob you out of your own shoes. Like, give me your shoes is ugly. Let me get that.
Yeah.
And then he rocking it for you.
And then as he gets in his car, and somebody, D, you bum man, when you gonna have the team out? D, you holler back, pimping ain't easy, y'all.
Yeah. I have never seen a player play a team that bad. Like, it's bad to the point like even if he's healthy right now and he's on the practice field showing us he a beast, we ain't going for that no more. Get out of here.
All right, we gotta go. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, okay? All right, man. Have a great night. D Ford. Seriously, it's gonna be funny to see if we end the season with both Jimmy and D. It ain't gonna be funny though, because we say, you know what? What are the Niners doing? You know what would be magic though? They carry Jimmy and D and sign Deebo, highest paid wide receiver in the league. Everybody else is already signed. Then watch us get under investigation. 49ers are currently under investigation for fraudulent signings in their Oh, no, you don't. You better check the Rams out first. And what's going on in Kansas City? But Kansas City got rid of Tyreek Hill. So that kind of takes me out of that argument about Kansas City. Hey, George.
Hey,
Ronbo.
Ronbo.
Salary cap is a myth. George.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, George.
So, man.
Yeah, but just
I know I don't call that. I don't call that often right now because it's off season. So it's like I get involved in other sports at the moment. Baseball. My team is doing horrible.
Who's your team?
Yeah. I'm an Angels fan. I'm from Anaheim.
Oh, okay.
And we ended up just today 14-game losing streak.
Ooh, that's bad. Hey, you guys, got that big bad hitter. What's his name?
Yeah, we got Trout and Ohtani.
Yeah, Trout.
Yeah.
What's the pitching? But the pitching is suspect, right?
But I have a conspiracy on that. There's something that's going on in politics over here in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
So since that thing came out with the FBI and everything, we ended up on a 14-game losing streak.
It's that serious.
That's my conspiracy on it. But
other
than that,
how's the pitching? How's the pitching in Anaheim looking though? You can always.
Hey, they're promising, but if someone comes and whoever's paying your check tells you, "Hey, you got to do this, you got to do that," then you can lose games too. So.
Yeah,
but other than that, like, hey, we won today. We stopped that streak, so I'm good, But football-wise, Ronbo, I mean, man, it's the off season, so we gotta see what's going on, right?
Yeah, because they're just now getting into camp, and Kyle. We had 3-day practice sessions set up, but Kyle canceled day 3, so we're still talking about some of the things that the camp standouts and things like that. So
So here's the thing with practice. Like I used to play this different sports, from football, soccer, different sports. And when you practice to when you play, it's very different. In practice, sometimes you make some astonishing plays and stuff like that, and
you're relaxed.
When it comes down to gameplay, it's all different. Last year we were like, oh yeah, Diamador Lenore, he's our QB1. CB1, right? And
well, I don't know if we went that far, but he was looking good last year.
But he was looking good, right? During practice and everything we saw on mini camp and everything. So, but practice is practice. Let's show it on the football field, right? So
yeah. But Tony,
I'm just waiting for that.
But George, I just don't want to hear any bad things like I heard about Nick Sudfeld. If I'd have heard that Trey Lance is missing badly, or he's throwing the ball so hard the receivers just can't get a beat on it and things like that, then I'd be worried because it's, oh my God, that I was hoping to be able to fix that in the off season, but he's not. He's done a lot of work.
About Sudfeld and Purdy.
What?
Right?
That's
Look, Rombo.
Really bad.
My personal opinion, and many will disagree with this and everything, right? But watching tape with Sudfeld and then watching tape with some Purdy stuff, if Purdy beats Sudfeld, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah,
because he's similar to Lance. So if Lance, forbid, gets injured, I'm a Jimmy fan, but Lance is the new thing, right? So I'm gonna back him up 100%. So
absolutely.
Say he happens to get injured, minor injury, even if it means backup comes in for a couple quarters or whatever it is. But whatever it is, I feel Purdy will be, Sudfeld in the upcoming days and months and stuff. So I like that. I like that pick that they had at the very end. So, but if he doesn't,
Purdy does too.
It's a what was the 7th round? So
last guy.
It's not much of a loss, right? Not much of a loss. So
they're going to go after him anyway, from what I heard. Even if he had a UDFA, he was like number 1 on their list of priorities as far as UDFAs. But since 7th round, well, we don't need anything else. But Kyle, we if you could have got him without having to use a draft pick, why didn't you just use that draft pick on DJ Jones? Was a 6th round pick, right? You got to be
very.
Yeah,
Ronbo, you're absolutely right, Ronbo. But you know what? Getting Donovan West and Jason Poe was a steal. These guys were supposed to go on. I believe Donovan was supposed to go 2nd or 3rd round, and then Jason Poole 5th to 7th, right? But we got them unrestricted. So if they pan out, we scored big time. So
we usually, George, the 49ers usually do pick up a UDFA or 2 that got missed. Kendrick Bourne is now getting high paid. He's a high paid guy in New England now. And Mostert, we didn't pick him up as UDFA because he wasn't UDFA with us. But Mostert, my God, Mostert's a UDFA. Nobody ever noticed until he got into Kyle Shanahan's program that he is a world beater. Dwight, what's his name? Ross Dwelly, not bad.
Yeah. Many Ronbo, and a lot better than what we ever had. Remember at some point we had Kilgore. We had different players that were like, "Oh, come on, man!" Like, ain't no practice squad or ain't no rookie that can take over this guy. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So hopefully everything goes well. I just can't wait till preseason. I can't wait till those games because a lot of people discount those games, but to me, they're very important because it shows us who needs the job and who doesn't.
Character. You can still find character out there.
Everybody looks forward to the season games, but I like preseason because people give it their best because they want a job.
Absolutely.
We got to think it that way, So, all right, Ronbo. Well,
all right,
I'll let you get on to the rest of the callers.
All right, George.
Thank you very much for taking my call. I'll be calling back soon.
And good luck to Anaheim. If you don't watch baseball, you should not have to suffer.
Yeah, man. All we're known for is Disneyland. That's it.
There you go.
and corrupted politics. So.
Oh, that's so bad.
Welcome to Anaheim, folks. All right, man. Have a good night.
You too, George. There's something going on with Disneyland that's politically motivated. I read about, kind of really worried me too. There is something going on at Disneyland, isn't there? And I got to tell you, if there's a petition going around, I don't know about you, but Disneyland means more to me than Disneyland's at the top of my list. This goes all the way back to when I was 5 years old when I first went to Disneyland and was mesmerized to the point that I almost had to be sedated for a week after we came back. I really thought the world was like Disneyland, right? And I was going to Disneyland. If I get a chance, I still go to Disneyland. Disneyland is just, oh, God, I love Disneyland. But there's something they're thinking about doing. Disneyland is no longer going to have an independent status of some kind, right? And they're going to put the burden on the taxpayers. And that's going to cause alterations in Disneyland. That's what it is. All of a sudden, some politician has decided Disneyland should no longer be exempt from this, this, and this. Mother bleep. You leave Disneyland alone. It's been operating like it has forever. Stop. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, though, I shall see you tomorrow. I'm telling you, I'm serious. I am not going to miss tomorrow. And please, subscribe. So when we have these parties, I'll give you a notification. Come and join us, please. Don't forget to subscribe. Not you, Rams fans. If you haven't subscribed yet, it's okay. You don't need to. Like, thanks for the contributions, guys. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Later!